Welcome to Coach Hayes Football Live. He can talk about anything from high school to the pros. This guy knows the game, so you better not be half-stepping.
I can guarantee you most of the audience is going to agree with me before they agree with you.
Strap in, because Coach Hayes is about to
crack your cranium and fertilize your brain.
Go ahead and
right here, right now.
Subscribe now and check out CoachHayesFootball.com.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another great episode of Primetime Talk. Got a lot to talk about and a little bit of time to talk about it, but we'll probably be on here about 2 hours. So let me know everything looks good, sounds good in the chat. We're going to get this thing going. We are on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. So go ahead and leave your comments. I don't know if you can leave comments on Twitter. I haven't checked that. But anyway, we're going to talk about a lot of things. LMV already in the building. Look at her, man. Come on, man. She on it. Shout out to a couple of people. Normal guys say, I'm first, and I'm standing on business. That's what I'm talking about. Just finished doing an episode of Hayes Street where we talked about a couple of things. We talked about rule changes in the NFL and all the other stuff. So if you'd like to go check that out, it's definitely on the page. You're more than welcome to go do so. All right. Raheem right here says, salute. Member, Omega Red, salute, coach. Man, we need you back in the Discord, man. Matter of fact, me and Angel was in the Discord chilling, man. We just talking. LMV, where were you at? You got push-ups, LMV. Normal guy. Surfer, boy 3000. Hey, Surfer boy, I be seeing you on the other channels, boy. You be standing on business for old coach, man. I appreciate you. All right, man. And Southbound 3000 checking in from Ghana via U.S. Army. Man, I appreciate you and thank you for your service. Southbound 3000. A couple more people will pop on in here, but I'll go ahead and get on to it, man. We're going to have a lot of fun. And I'll open up the phone lines. I want to hear your point of view, definitely. But I'll talk a lot about some of the things that happened over the past week. Some of y'all didn't see me last week because I was off. It was spring break from my regular job, and I was celebrating the old girl birthday. Shout out to my Mama Duck, celebrating her birthday. Shout out to my sister, put on a great event, and we had a lot of good fun, a lot of good time. Great seeing family. And I just got a text message that everybody made it back home safe. And I'll be seeing them again in July for our family reunion. That's how we get down. But anyway, let's go ahead and get this thing rocking. Let's talk about it. All right. David Williams says, peace and blessings, everyone. Thank you, man. We definitely need it. And Maniac 451 says, Shadur is no Eli. Oh, well, call in and talk to me about it. Let me know what your thoughts and how did you come up with that conclusion or whatever. Phone lines are open to any and everybody. You're more than welcome to call on in. All right, let's talk about this. There are a couple of things Coach Prime has been, I guess you could say, in the news or newsworthy comments or bold statements that he made. As I titled this, Deion Sanders makes bold statements about Deion Sanders and Travis Hunter's NFL draft process. And that's big right there. He started off, I want to say last week sometime, saying that he doesn't want Deion Sanders going to a cold climate NFL program, especially if they don't have a dome, right? So that would eliminate programs like Green Bay. Minnesota has a dome, and just found out in another show that they picked up Kyler Murray. So maybe the Minnesota's out the woods for that or whatever. So I say all that to say, a lot of people have difference of opinion about what Coach Prime has said, right? A lot of people have a difference of opinion about making that statement, and who is Coach Prime to say where his son should go play ball. Thank you, Jay Jones, for subscribing. Appreciate you. Welcome to the team. And so I would love to hear your point of view when you call in. Why do you think it's okay? Or why do you maybe not? All right. I was watching Coach JB and Smitty, and they were talking about it. You're into your inaccurate Deion statement. You're into your inaccurate Deion statement. I don't know. I don't understand what that means. I know maybe it was just a typo. So if you wouldn't mind retyping that, Warren. And I know if you called in before, Warren, I would love for you to call in. Let's talk about it. Thank you, David. I'll make sure I tell her. Happy birthday, my Dukes. So he was saying that he wouldn't want him to go there, or it would be an Eli situation, right? So maybe I got that part wrong or part right. Let me know, Warren. And I guess he was referring to where Eli Manning, people have talked about this before, where he was drafted by the Chargers, but they didn't want to go there, and ended up being traded to New York. And so with him being traded to New York, the Chargers had to, New York gave up some draft picks and so forth to make it happen. But he did end up getting drafted by the Chargers just because I think time was running out on the clock and so forth, and they had to make that pick. And so they used him as leverage to get other picks. That's business 101. Now, what does that mean for Coach Prime? We'll find out. Definitely we'll find out April next year, all right, of 25. But in the meantime, in between time, he's got to play this season. A lot of people have also made reference to John Elway not going to the Colts. Well, the scenario was a little bit different, but still, he said, hey, I'll go play baseball. I don't have to do this. And we're talking back some time, right? Some way back. And I understand that part too. Here's what I'll say about it. If you have the leverage, as the thumbnail says, the leverage blueprint, Coach Prime has the leverage, right? The name and who he is, and he can do it. All right. Also, for him, it's not about money, right? A lot of these guys are trying to get that first, second, third round pick because of the amount of money. Well, money can't count another man's pockets, but money is not an object for the Sanders family. Opportunity and fit is. So the opportunity, the right opportunity and the right fit is more important and higher on the priority list than dollars and cents. And so I understand where Coach Prime is coming from. I agree. If you have the leverage, use it, because other people will. Shout out to Chris Hugh becoming a subscriber. Thank you so much. Welcome to the team. So if you have leverage, and that's one thing about business, you have to know when and how to use your leverage. And that's exactly what Coach Prime is doing. He is who he is, right? Deion Sanders, NFL great. I don't even say arguably the best cornerback in NFL history, but I say the best cornerback to play, the best athlete overall. I've always said this. I thought that he's the best athlete overall. Played offense, played defense, played special team. Man played baseball, right? Probably ran track, did all those things. People say, oh, well, what about Bo Jackson? I agree. The only difference is, and this is where Prime edged him out, was the longevity of the career, right? Bo Jackson, that is, did not play as long as Deion Sanders. So therefore, that's why I go with Deion Sanders. And I totally get it. So I'm saying all that to say, I don't have an issue whatsoever with what Coach Prime is doing. The only thing I will say is, and I'm trying to keep my sandwich clean for all those who know I'm talking about. What I will say is, just know the due diligence and the hate that's going to come from this if you go to whatever team you deem is the right fit and the right opportunity, and it doesn't work out. The backlash going to be crazy. But I think I know Sheduer Sanders can play. I've always said that he can knock the wings off a fly with a football. He's accurate. He's all of those things. Now, a lot of other people don't think so. Maybe because he was on a bad team. And Colorado was a bad team last year. Yeah, they won 4 games. They have some good players. But overall, as a team, it just wasn't great. Yeah, they won 3 more games than they did the previous year. But like I'm saying, I'm trying to be negative. I'm just trying to lay out a foundation here. I'm trying to keep my sandwich clean. I know I keep saying that, but y'all will figure that. Y'all go check out Really Flawed. Check out her video on the distinction between the two groups of people. But anyway, if that went over your head, I think LMV will throw it in the chat. But 4 wins was on par for what Colorado has been doing for the past 20 years. Yeah, the previous year was 1-11. But prior to that, they probably averaged 3-4 wins, maybe 5 wins, somewhere in there. All right. Let me know when I'm going off the rails Really Flawed. So he's on par right now for what they've been doing, which is fine. Great. But Shadur is a good quarterback on a bad team right now. He's got a player in Travis Hunter. He has some pieces, but overall, that's just not what it is. I think he'll do fine in the NFL. I think he understands the game. He's been around it forever. He can play. Is he fast? No, he's not. He's not his daddy. And that's okay, right? All quarterbacks are not fast. I think he's mobile enough to move and maneuver. But no, I don't think he can, outrun. He's not the Michael Vick. He's not Lamar Jackson and all of that. And that's okay. You're a quarterback because you can throw, not because you can run. That's why you play running back or receiver. But one thing I will say, he can throw a football. I don't think anybody can deny that. The accuracy in which he throws it with, second to none. I've said that from the very beginning. I think he does a great job throwing the ball. He's just in a bad situation right now, and hopefully they get that fixed here this year with the transfers that they picked up out of transfer portal. Okay? Part 2 of what he said, and this was more just recent, and I forget what show he was on. I don't know if it was, $1 million worth of game, Gillian Wallow. Because he's on his book tour. He's on the book tour thing. And Wallow asked him what rounds, and he says, I see Travis and Sheduer going pick 1 through 4, right? But then he also said it's subjective. It's subjective. And that's a way of kind of saying, yeah, I'm saying 1 through 4, but it also depends on the teams that are going to be picks 1 through 4. Does team 1 need a quarterback? Usually, whoever the worst team in the league is probably needs a quarterback. That's usually how it goes for the most part. For the most part. Not always, but for the most part. And that'll be a difference. Also, I want to know when you call in, who do you think will go first? Will it be Travis go first, or will Shadur go first in those top 4? And do you think they'll be in the top 4? And you can't just say no and keep on going. I need to hear why you think that. And there's a lot of talk about Travis Hunter playing both ways, playing the amount of snaps he's played. Does that create wear and tear on the body? There's been there've been a few players that's played both ways, but not all of the snaps. And I think he played like 115 snaps on average. I think I got that from you, really, Flawed. All right. On average, 115 snaps. 115 snaps a game. Bro, that's a lot of snaps, dog. That's a lot of snaps. And whether you don't feel it today, this is a question, does that chip away at your longevity in the NFL? He's not a big guy, right? He's not 225-pound guy. He may be 175, 180, maybe. And to take the kind of hits that he's taking, making the tackles, all of that stuff just chips away at it, chips away. Y'all ever play video game? You be fighting like Street Fighter. You get punched, a little bit go away from your energy, a little bit go away, a little bit go away. And then you get that big hit, then you get that big chunk that goes away. It's kind of like that, but you do that over time, right? And so that's where I think some of the issue comes in, him being a two-way player. Will they manage that differently this year? I don't know. I think it depends on how the team plays. And I think it's all based on the need there. If they can find a guy where maybe as a cornerback that they feel comfortable enough that can take his spot where he can take some of those plays off, great. If they get a big enough lead in a game where they're up maybe 21, 28 points and he can be spared some, great. But we'll have to see. I don't know. I have no clue what's in their mind about that. Okay, but we'll definitely have to find out. And so that'll be interesting. Also, what is going to happen when he goes to the NFL? Is he going to be drafted? He's going to have to be drafted as one or the other, in my opinion. Does he get drafted as a cornerback? Does he get drafted as a wide receiver? I've said this before. I'll say it again. and I know we're going to talk about some of the things that overlap from Hayes Street yesterday with me and Streeter, but we did talk about it because it kind of broke that day. As a defensive guy, I still think he is more impactful as a wide receiver. Does that mean he cannot play corner? No. So y'all stop it. Stop right there. Cut it. You said he's a wide receiver, Kobe. He can play corner too. Yeah, he can. But I think he has a bigger impact as a wide receiver because the offense dictates where the ball goes, right? And offense dictate where the ball goes. And I think when he has the ball in his hand, he can do special things with it. I think top end speed wise, I don't know when we're talking about, now remember, we're talking NFL elite of the elite. Top end, not the hitches, not the slants, not the digs, comebacks, and curls, but just top out speed moves. And I think he plays faster because he's cerebral. I don't think he's very fast foot speed wise. Maybe wrong, but we'll see. So I think that's very interesting right there. Let me go ahead and pop this out here. The phone number, 862-799-9956. I already got a caller here in here, 6356 coming to you here in a second. You're more than welcome to call on in. I want to hear your point of view about it. 159 people in the building. Go ahead and call in. Let's talk about it. I would love to hear your point of view. Get on in here. Alpha Roo, what's up with you, man? Let me see. I'll put a couple of these questions up here before I get started. After the game, says Shadur has a terrible RPO action that cannot freeze anyone. Okay. All right. Raheem, I got Bo simply because he was significantly better baseball player and track athlete. He could have been a Hall of Fame running back too. Yeah. I'm not knocking it. The only way, the reason I give Deion Sanders the edge on that is because he played longer. Yeah, Bo Jackson got hurt. That's unfortunate. But that's just unfortunate. Nothing else I can tell you. All right, South Florida, no. Coach, what it is, sliding through checking on a cane. That's right. Keep doing what you're doing, Coach, a real one. I appreciate you, man, for that. And that come from a hater. Huh? That come from a hater. All right, let me see here. Let me go through some of these. Really, Floss, I'm doing great. Use that research. There you go. Trying to get somebody here. All right. UFL starts this weekend. We should talk about football that's happening. Okay. I'll be honest. I don't know much about the UFL, so Omega Red, I need you to jump in the Discord and educate Coach. Huh? Coach me, Coach. Let me know. I guess Alfaru was replying to at real life. Good point. There's only been one QB drafted. It's round without ever having a winning season in the FBS. His name was Jay Cutler. And he brings up a great point. You have a guy like Carson Beck right now who may be the top quarterback favorite. Maybe the favorite. I think Georgia will go far. I don't know if they're going to win the Natty, but I think they'll definitely be in the playoffs. Do you pick a Deion Sanders over a Carson Beck who, let's just say Colorado go 8-4, right? Great season. But I don't think 8 wins is enough to get you in the college playoffs. That's just what it is. I don't care what team it is. I don't think 9 wins is enough to get you in the college playoffs. Just what it is. But let's say he wins 9, and then you take a Carson Beck who goes, let's say 14-1, something like that. Win a natty or, lose late in the playoffs or whatever. I'm just saying, these are just questions. Just questions. Let me see here. Real Life says Travis is the best wide receiver and DB at CU. Entering the NFL, unless he plays for a bad team, he won't play both ways. Unless he outperforms the other teammates, and even then, the teams will target Travis. Here's what I'll say. If he goes in as a wide receiver, I can't see him being packaged. Just follow me what I'm about to say. If he goes in as a wide receiver, I can't see them packaging him as a DB. Hear what I said? But if they look at him as a DB, you can package him in the wide receivers. I hope this makes sense. Follow what I just said. If the team drafts him and says, I want him to be a wide receiver, I can't see a team wanting their top wide receiver to go play cornerback. But I can see, right? I can see a cornerback being packaged as a wide receiver. I know you're like, Coach, that don't make sense. Just trust me, it does in my mind. Right? It just does in my mind. Hope that makes sense. Let me get a thumbs up in the chat if you guys think that makes sense. All right. Emmett says cornerback for Travis is probably his natural position. And look at Jalen Johnson or Jalen Ramsey's contract. Yeah, listen, if he may be his natural position. But I don't know. I think his ball skills are ridiculous, though, when it comes to wide receiver. The kid come down with the football, man. Like I said, there's no 50-50 ball with him. I think there's a 70-30 ball with Travis Hunter. When you throw the ball up, there's a 70% chance he comes down with it. When we're talking about 50-50 throws, right? What does that mean? You throw it up and let him fight for it. I think it's a 70-30 advantage to him. He understands body. He understands body position. He has body control. He has confident hands. He knows how to track the ball. He understands velocity of the ball. All of that he processes in a hurry. All right? So that's just how I'm looking at it. Again, it's all speculation. 862-799-9956. I had that call on. I guess they didn't want to wait anymore. But if you do call in, you still can hear the show. You can hear myself talking, any other callers talking. So you're more than welcome to come on in. I said, hey, yo, where you at, baby?
I want to battle. I want to battle. I said, hey, yo.
Hey, yo, where you at, baby? Huh? I said, hey, yo, I want to battle. Now, it's funny. Nobody want to call in tonight. Why nobody? It's always take one person, right? One person got to break the ice, and then they call in. I know what to get people to call in. Watch this. I got my famous shirt on. They call me Coach Hay. No, they call me Coach Hates. I'm sorry. My sandwich, I'm putting a little spicy mustard on my sandwich there, really flawed. Let's see if I can get the people coming in. And I keep receipts. My receipts right here on my shirt. For all the people that call me a hater, I keep the receipts right here on my shirt. So, who's going to make the shirt for year 2? You want to be on the shirt? Call on in with that foolishness. All right, I'm back. I'm back to my sandwich. Anyway, 862-799-9956. Go ahead and call on in. You're more than welcome to express your viewpoint on what you think Coach Prime has said in regards to that. I think his book has now become one of the best sellers or whatever on the New York Times bestseller list. And that's what it is. All right. I can agree with this, Emmett. Marvin Harrison Jr. is a natural wide receiver with 70-30 ball catching skill. I can agree with that. I have nothing to say about that. Nothing to say about that. You're 100% right. Y'all scared to jump. They scared to jump in. 185 people in here. Y'all scared to jump on the phone. Dang. Don't nobody want that smoke? Who want that? Matter of fact, who wants smoke?
Do you want smoke? We want all the smoke.
I want all the smoke. Where the haters at? They done left me? The haters done left me? I know what get you fired up. God dog, I gotta put more spicy mustard on the sandwich. Where the cult members at? Where the cult members at? I tried to be cool. Really flawed. I tried. I got to give them the business. Where the cult members at? The phone will ring in a second, I promise. I promise it'll ring in a second. But anyway, one of the other videos I did, I was talking about the home visit. I know people said, they go to phone. Look, didn't I tell you? 5 people done called in that fast. Really, Flawed? I like your sandwiches, but we making grilled cheese over here. Anyway, I'm just talking trash. 2164 coming to you. Look at that. 7 people done called in. There we go. 2164. Caller, you on the line. Talk to us. Give us your name, where you calling from.
Hello?
Yes, sir. You gotta turn your television down. It's coming through your phone.
Oh, my bad. My bad, Coach Hayes. My bad.
Nah, you good, baby.
How's it going? What we talking about tonight?
Man, you tell me, man. I've been up here rambling for 26 minutes, so I'm ready.
Oh, okay. Well, I was just trying to call in. Well, I guess we talking about the Coach Prime. He trying to get the leverage where he try to steer his Sheduer and Travis to go to a certain place.
That's correct. So, he's said out there that he wanted to he felt like he wanted his son Shadur as a quarterback to go to a certain team, maybe not cold weather team. And then he also said that he felt like Travis Hunter and Shadur would be picked 1 through 4. How do you feel about that?
I don't blame him. I can agree with him. I mean, dude, why not go ahead and try to steal that leverage too? Go ahead and get that leverage also. Then more kids can maybe could follow along and do that. I know it'll be hard, but hey, if you got the crowd to do it, might well go and do it. Get your son somewhere where you want him to be at.
Yeah, I can't deny that. Like I said, if you have the leverage, use it. Like, that's the purpose of having it. That's why you work to get it. I'm not opposed to this at all. We see things like this happen all the time. We see it, the leverage in coaching. We see it through relationships and everything else. Other people may not like it. That's up to them. But if you have it, use it. I'm not opposed to it at all whatsoever. I'm really not.
Oh, man. Okay, then. But, yeah, I was just calling in just because I wasn't seeing nobody calling your phone. I was like, well, then let me just go and call Coach Hayes. I ain't never called, but I done watched the show before. You're a big dog Chico and things like that. So, yeah, I like y'all content. Y'all keep doing what y'all doing, man.
I appreciate it, man. What's your name?
Running soon.
I appreciate it. What's your name? I was saying, what's your name?
Oh, yeah, my name is Nico.
Nico.
Rep and Talk of the Town podcast.
Oh,
yeah, Nico.
Okay, good, man. You got a podcast?
Yes, sir. I'm trying to get it running, though. I did a little bit of it, but I got to keep working with it to get myself straight.
All right, man. It's on YouTube?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Well, go ahead and give a shout out to the people where they can find you, man, so they may jump over there and subscribe, man.
Oh, okay, then. Well, Talk of the Town podcast. That's the name of it. You can search me on the YouTube. And like I said, I got a couple of videos on there. I'm just starting up, but I got to get my editing things correct too, though. So, but it's just a little start up. But I watch y'all content, a lot of y'all content, and it's inspiring to me, though.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it, man. Well, like I say, yeah, man. We here for you, man. If there's somebody can help you, you're more than welcome, brother, man. Talk of the town. What you talk? Sports?
Yes, sir.
All
Sports,
right.
music, and some of the ideas that I be thinking that could be happening, but All
right. I'm all for it, man. Well, I appreciate it, man. Don't be a stranger, man. Keep calling in. You're more than welcome to express your opinions here, man.
Okay, then. Appreciate it. Talk to you later, man. Have a good one.
You too, brother.
Yeah.
All right. Going to 3555. 3555 coming to you. Caller 8415, you next. 3555, you up. Caller, talk to us. Give us your name. Where you calling from? What's your thoughts on the topic today?
Oh, this is Big E from all the way from Atlanta, Georgia.
Big E from the A. What's up, baby?
Yeah, it's doing pretty good, Coach Hayes.
All right, man. So what's your thoughts on Coach Prime's bold statements regarding his son and Travis Hunter, saying about Shadur going to a cold climate team as well as being picked 1 through 4? What are your thoughts on it? You think he's on par? He's off? He crazy? He tripping? What?
Well, my thought, I've watched Colorado a lot, and I pay attention to football. And Travis Hunter, he's an elite type with crazy capability. I think he can go first at wide receiver, and he can go first at cornerback within the top 5. So Coach Prime trying to trying to steer him and Sheduer over either toward Dallas or one of those dome teams. My Falcons out here. My Falcons is pretty much Coach Primey's got a good relationship with Arthur Blank and Jerry Jones, so they really listen to Coach Prime. So I think they geared up. I think Dak Prescott he on the edge, and Atlanta gonna need another quarterback because the one they got now, he's good, but he did ball for 2 years. So I think he's setting up for those two teams to fight over Shadur. And I think he's gonna have his pick coach Jerry Jones, Tyler Dak Prescott get in the playoff and let him down. And Arthur Blank need a quarterback, so it's setting up for next year for Travis Hunter or Shadur to end up on the same team. Those two teams.
Okay, so the two teams you said are the Cowboys and the Falcons, right?
Cowboys and the Falcons.
So here's my question. I'm just asking. So if the Falcons and Cowboys do okay, let's say they have the 15th pick and the 24th pick, do they still go 1 through 4, or do you think the other teams pass on them and they go to those two teams?
Well,
because they can't go 1 through 4 if they're picked 14 and 25.
The Falcons made a move to get into the playoffs. I think Jerry Jones going to tank to get Sheduer Sanders. I think the Cowboys going to tank just to get Sheduer Sanders.
Okay, hold on, Big E. Hold on, Big E. Hold up, Big E. Hold up, Big E. Are you trying to say this is a suck for luck situation?
Yep.
Is that what you just said? Hold up. Are you saying this is a suck for luck situation? You're saying that the Dallas Cowboys will tank the season so they can get Sheduer Sanders pick 1. Is that what you just told me?
I think Sheduer Sanders. See, it's all about getting Deion Sanders as the coach of the Cowboys. I think he's going to be the next coach of the Cowboys, and he won't go there unless his son gets there. It's a package deal. And I think if you read the tea leaves, that's what's going to happen.
Listen, brother, go for what you know. Coach Hayes ain't gonna fight you. I don't know. I don't know if Jerry Jones gonna do the suck for luck. Where for y'all that don't know, that was where they were saying that the teams were losing games because they could get Andrew Luck. So the whole program was suck for luck for the Colts. But my brother, that's an even bolder statement than what Coach Prime just made. So I'm gonna let you live, dog. I'm gonna let you live.
See, you got to realize Atlanta and Dallas are the two teams. Atlanta and Dallas are the two teams that Primetime played for.
Okay. So is Atlanta going to tank as well so they could get Shadur and Travis like 1 and 2?
Atlanta is stacking up draft picks. They're making trades.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they're gonna tank. I think they're gonna get to the playoffs, but they ain't gonna go as far. I think they're gonna move up via draft picks. In other words, I think they're gonna trade something, and the team gonna have to get them a 4th round, 5th round pick next draft, something like that. I think they're gonna make a trade like that.
All right. Hey, you said it, Big E from the ATL. I appreciate it, man. Let me push on to the next caller. Thank you, brother, for calling. Man. Thank you, man.
You're welcome.
Y'all heard it here, right here on Coach Hayes Football. Big E from the ATL said that the Dallas Cowboys, I don't know how y'all Cowboy fans feel about it because y'all rough and tough, but the Dallas Cowboys are going to tank so they can get Sheduer. Woo, I'm loving it, man. All right. 84-15. Well, yeah, here you go. Call or talk to us. Give us your name, where you calling from.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah, this is Raheem. I'm calling from Chicago.
Raheem from the Chi. What's up with you, man? What's your thoughts on the topic tonight?
What's going on? This is my first time calling, man, but
you've been in here before, though.
Question.
Okay, yeah. I see you all the time.
Here. I'm always here. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I got an interesting question for you. So I watched your WRD on Travis Hunter back when he was in high school. you said you thought he projected better as a receiver, and you've been pretty consistent with that. So I'm wondering, with him playing both ways, do you think because he's a superior athlete in college, will the nuances of the game catch up to him in the NFL when it's much more methodical and technical? And he's going against other elite athletes. Do you think Deion is doing him a little bit of a disservice by playing both positions and not really specializing?
All right, good question. I appreciate you watching the WRE. I don't think he's doing him a disservice in playing both ways. I think the disservice comes when the pitch count gets too high. That's the disservice. I think the disservice is, if he had to play a game, like, you're in the playoffs and I need this dude to play both ways, I get it. But to play Colorado State and play them both ways, we shouldn't be in that situation. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. So when your pitch count gets that high and it's getting like Rudy Flaw had in there 100, you average 115 plays a game, an average, and he didn't play in 4 games. So what is that telling you? This dude running hot. You know what I mean? Like, that's a lot of plays. That's a lot of plays. In 10 games, that's over 1,000 plays, bro. So I say all that to say that's the only disservice. Him not playing both ways, I don't think is a disservice. Him playing a bunch both ways is a disservice. Even if you mixed and matched it. This game, I want you to play, 80-20 wide receiver. Mm-hmm. And in another game, you may play 80-20 cornerback. I can work with that. But to play him, you know what I mean? To play him 80-80, 80% of the defensive snaps, he's on the field, and 80% of the offensive snaps, he's on the field. To me, that's a lot. That's a lot on the body. And we're talking about the kid's longevity. We're not talking about Kenny May. Bro, when I was 23, I get out of bed, don't even have to, just pop up. Now, I'm an old 77 Chevy. Boy, I got to warm up before I get out of bed. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I'm trying to say. Like, that's how I look at it in my eyes, though.
So here's my question then. Mm-hmm. How would you project Travis Hunter in comparison to this year's draft of crop of receivers in? Where does he fit in at?
I really don't.
Would you take him over? Would you take him over Harrison, Neighbors, the Washington receiver?
Oh, you're talking about the ones that's coming out right now in the 24 class. Okay.
Yeah. If he was to come out today, where does he fit in at?
I don't know. I don't know if he's. I don't think he's over Marvin Harrison. Marvin Harrison was outstanding. I think he can hang. I think he could be within the top 4. Well, I say he could be within 2 through 5 of the other receivers. I think he could compete. I think Marvin Harrison is by himself, but I believe he can compete 2 through 5. What I mean, receivers 2 through 5. I think Marvin Harrison is 1, and he could compete in there as well. I think the kid is a dynamic football player. I think he understands the game. He can play it at a high level. And if he did play solely one side of the ball, he would dominate. The kid is a football player, right? He don't play football. I say that all the time. When it comes to cornerback play, I think it's a little bit less than that. I think he plays well on short end of corner, understanding how to jump route, understanding route combinations and so forth. But when we see those deep balls,
corner, he reminds me of Asante Samuel at corner sometimes, especially how he reads the zones.
That's fair.
He gambles, he jumps routes. I don't think he's the best in man just because he's small and not as fast on his feet.
Mm-hmm.
But he's really good at anticipating and baiting the quarterback.
He is. He understands. I think and part of why, because he played receiver, he understands splits. He understands landmarks and why receivers line up at the bottom of the numbers versus the top of the numbers. plus 2 of the hash, minus 2 of the hash. What happens when the slot is on the ball versus off the ball? He gets all of that because he gets that same knowledge when he's in the other room. You understand what I'm saying? And I think he understands combinations. And he takes penitentiary chances, dog. He does. And I'm not saying that as a bad thing. I'm saying that that's a player thing. Like that interception he made against TCU, he let his slant go. But he understood the assignment, right? Because if he would have threw the slant where his guy was, it was touchdown. But he understood the assignment. And so that's what makes him good at corner. Now, in the NFL, I forgot the quarterback name, Duggan, I think it is. No, whatever his name was at TCU. Chandler. Those guys are not Chandler. You know what I mean? And so forth and so on. But now to your point, man, great question, man. Great question.
No, it's cool, man. I just wanted to call in and talk a little football, man.
I love it. I love to talk football, man. I love the question. Great question. Don't be a stranger, Raheem. I always see you in the chat. Keep coming, man. Every time the phone line open, you more than welcome, bro.
Got you, man. Keep up the good work.
All right. Thanks, brother. All right. We're going to the next one on here. Uh-oh. It's my dog on here. Uh-oh. I'd hit the button because it moved. Did it move? Who is 9194? Oh, okay. Google man. Google man. What's up, baby?
What's up with you, man?
Man, hold up, Google man.
I got a podcast coming out too. It's called Google Man. It's the 50-yard line, or going to be called Google Man Nation. Now, I'm just playing with you.
Hold up, Google Man. I got to, because I know you're a diehard Dallas Cowboy fan. So hold on, Google Man. Let me set the table, and then you can eat off of it as much as you want. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
I don't know if you were on here when we had the previous caller, Big E from Atlanta, who said that.
I heard that charge.
Okay, hold on. I'm setting the table. Put your napkin on so you don't spill nothing on your beautiful Versace shirt. So put your napkin in your collar, and I'm gonna set this table. Jerry Jones, Deion Sanders have a great relationship. Is based on Big E. Big E said that Dallas will tank for Sheduer. We got to come up with some kind of catchphrase like it was suck for luck, right? We got to I don't know. Let me see if I can create one real quick. Let me see. Sheduer. I'll come up with one while I'm talking to you while you eating off the table. Is Jerry Jones, based on their relationship, willing to tank the season to pick Sheduer, pick one, round 1, 2025?
No way, no how. I'm gonna tell you the main reason, because Jerry Jones don't know how long he's gonna be living, so he can die next season. Real talk. I don't want him to die, but I'm just telling you the truth. Dude, 81 years old, 82 years old, and he's on the back. He's on the back iron. What they call him, golf. He's on the back end of his life, and so Jerry Jones trying to win a Super Bowl. Even though he don't look like it, I think he want to win the Super Bowl. So ain't no one here gonna tank for a question mark. All they do in college, remind you, those are question marks. Dak Prescott done sold us. He can take us at least to the playoffs. So we're gonna be a playoff team next season. Everybody say healthy. Oh boy, tripping.
Who gonna be a playoff team next year?
The Cowboys.
Man, get that crap out of here, man.
If they stay healthy, they're going to be a playoff team. They've been 12-5 the last 3 years. So why not they gonna make the playoffs?
All right, here's what I'm gonna say to you. I just came up with the name, Google man. This might suck, but just follow me.
Yeah.
Hit the floor for Shadur. Hit the floor for Shadur. That's the slogan right there for the Cowboys. Hit the floor for Shadur. Like suck for love. Hey, hit the floor for Shadur.
That right there sound like a shenanigan, buffoonery, and all those football terms, like in a bad way. That's exactly what they sound like. Because that ain't gonna happen, dude. That's not happening at all. The Cowboys not tanking at all.
Let me get a thumbs up. Real talk. Man, let me get a thumbs up in the chat if y'all like that. Hit the Cowboys got to hit the floor for Sheduer. And then imagine this. Imagine if Beyonce, right, because this ain't Texas. She comes sing her song when he get drafted. Oh my God. Hit the floor for Shadur. I love it. And if anybody steal it, right here at 9:22 on March 26, 2024, Coach Hayes has coined the phrase. I'm trademarking it tomorrow. Hit the floor for Shadur. If I see a t-shirt made with it, cut me my check. Go ahead. Sorry.
Hey, and another thing I want to say is Deion Sanders needs to be worrying about going to a bowl game instead of talking about what his son gonna do, what school and what team you want him to go to. Hey man, Deion Sanders, he get a little full of himself. Know why? Because he got a fucking cult following. All these cult members, all these Deion Sanders nut grabbing dudes, just like Chico, all them clowns. I'm tired of it. That's the fact. Deion Sanders needs to be worried about a bowl game. Because if he don't make a bowl game, then white folks in Colorado, they got the money, they're going to be looking at him kind of crazy. Understand me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I said it.
Okay. All right. I'm liking it.
What else you got for me?
I ain't got nothing else, man. I miss you, dog. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I miss everybody, man. Man, you go. One thing about YouTube, if you gone for a week, it do feel like a lifetime, bro. It does, man. It feels like a lifetime. But anyway, I got a couple more people. I told you, it only take one person to break the ice, and the floodgates will come in, and everybody else start calling. So I appreciate it, man. Google, man. Don't be a stranger. Tomorrow we're gonna have them Canes on, because you're a Cane fan. You ain't a Florida State fan no more. You're a Cane fan.
Yeah, I'm kind of. Well, I told you I want the game to do good, but hey, the Canes will go at least 9 or 10 in the next season. That dude gonna be the third year coach. They got all the talent in the world.
They better win 10. That's all I'm saying.
10 games at least.
I love it. All right, dog. Let me go ahead and push this thing on.
Right on.
Appreciate you, Google man. All right, that's Google man. All right. Oh, I see who up here next. Uh-oh. There goes my baby. Ooh. Oh, wait a minute. I can't sing. That's Usher, right? Usher stayed with P. Diddy. And then he had diddle diddle. He said he saw some curious things in the middle. I can't sing that song no more. All right, here we go. She ain't a Mercedes. She ain't a Toyota. She ain't a Bugatti. She a Lexus. What's up, Lexus?
You've been drinking cane juice already.
I'm on that cane juice heavy. What's up with you, Lexus?
How you doing? Where you been? Give an account of yourself.
I've been what now?
I said, where have you been? Give an account of yourself.
Oh, I didn't know I had to check in. Lord, now they're going to call me a beta because I got to check in.
Yes, you do. You didn't know? You didn't get the email?
No, I didn't get the email. I shut it all down. You got to send a pigeon my way where I was at.
Oh, my goodness.
So how you been, Lexus? What you been up to? What's your thoughts on what I'm talking about?
Listen. Jerry Jones is not going to box no season for nobody. Okay?
Hit the flow for Shadur. Hit the flow for Shadur. Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
And neither is Arthur Blank. Okay?
Okay.
There's got to be two of the most richest, arrogant, I can't stand to lose men in the world. I don't care how much they lose. They still got that mentality.
That's right.
It ain't no way they boxing no season for nobody. And I mean nobody. And you know what? With Coach Prime being the way he is, I don't think he would want to. I think what they may do, what both of them may do is, if you get drafted somewhere else, try to do some diggling and daggling behind the scenes and trade and get him. They might do that. Since they so filthy rich, it ain't even funny. They may do that.
So you saying they may trade up for him? You saying like they'll make some trades with whoever that team is to get the first pick?
Correct.
Okay, but they're not going to tank the season. Okay. All right.
Correct. Now that makes a little bit more business sense, and that's what they are. They businessmen galore.
Okay.
You know, it's just business with them two.
Okay.
And those are two NFL owners that they business, they about making money and winning. I don't care how bad they lose, they're still trying to win.
That's
so fair. I just don't see them even considering that for anyone. Like I said, going in on the back end and put some of all that crazy money they got on the table to try to get him after the fact. Okay, I can see that. That's business. But,
all right. Okay, Lexi, let me ask you this. Let me push this forward real quick. Do you think, but based on what we've been talking about tonight, what are your thoughts on what Coach Prime has said in regards to Shadur not going to a cold weather climate? And if he does, he had to pull an Eli. And I'm paraphrasing here for all of the fact checkers out there. So y'all relax. And also Travis Hunter and Sheduer being picked 1 through 4. What are your thoughts on those comments?
Well, if when Coach Prime makes statements like that, he kind of the same thing you do when you come on this show. It's all speculative. We all giving our opinions, our thoughts, but only God really knows what's going to happen. He's speaking of what he thinks will happen, or what he probably, of course, obviously what he desires to happen for his son and his, I guess I'll call him play son and Travis. But of course, he don't know what's going to happen. I know he have knowledge of, because he's been there, done that, lived the life, or how the draft goes, et cetera, et cetera. So, but even with that, he don't know, because here's the biggest thing he don't know. He don't know what teams are going to be up front. Are going to be the losing teams that have the 1 through 4 draft picks until the season is over. So what if they all cold weather teams? He ain't going to want them to go 1 through 4 anyway to be picked. I mean, anything can happen.
So based on what you, hold on. So based on what you just said, Lexus, do you think his timing was off on his statement? Should he have made this statement after the season? Like, should he have made this statement this time next year, where we know where the pick order is, we know what the draft order is, we know what Sheduer has done this season versus other quarterbacks in the league, we know kind of where Travis stands versus other receivers / DBs in college coming out. Do you think this statement, or the statements he has currently made, are they a year premature, or do you think he's right on time with the statements?
Kind of like your way too early predictions on, that show you did. I think this is a way too early.
But at least I said it was way too early, though. I said it was, you
did admit it. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm just comparing it, not being insulted, just comparing it.
I got you.
I think he Coach Prime is not going to admit it. He's just going to say what he feels. He's that person, always has been, right? So, but do I think he's way too early? Yes, simply because all of the unknown, that only God knows what's going to happen at the end. He has no clue. So because of that, and because because he has this specific location where he wants his son to go, or where he doesn't want his son to play, which is somewhere in the cold. And because he don't know where these teams are going to end up, because nobody knows that. You can't. It's kind of hard to say. Is he trying to say they're good enough to go 1 through 4? Maybe. And then they got to play this season now to see how this one goes. He don't know how that's gonna go. He's not God. So therefore, is it too early of a prediction / statement or comment? I think it is. And he can sit up here. He can always say, "I don't want my child to go play nowhere where it's cold." Okay, he can say that anytime. That's fine. But
he said it, but hold on. There's a difference, right? Because people get on me. There's a difference in making that statement and saying it in an absolute. When you make a statement and you say, "I don't want my son playing in the cold," and if so, we'll pull he alluded saying, we can get an Eli, and everybody knows the Eli Manning story. So he basically said, like, if y'all try it, I'm gonna pull an Eli. We're not going. Would you agree with that? Because it's different than saying a preference, meaning, like, if you say, "Oh, your son, you know what? I really wouldn't like him to play in the cold weather because, it can affect your throwing and this, that, and the other, whatever the case may be," and left it at that. But when you add the Eli piece to it, you're basically, it's kind of a backhanded threat, if that makes sense.
Well, it's probably not a threat. It's Coach Prime, so it's a promise. He probably means it when he say, my son won't go play there.
So it's not a prediction.
Remember,
right.
Well, not a prediction, but a statement to say, I can, to your point, that leveraging thing, I can leverage it where my son would not go play in the cold. Now he might have a game in the cold, but he won't play for a team that's home field is in the cold.
I understand
because he can't control the NFL schedule.
I get that.
So he might go to Atlanta, and if Atlanta play a team in the cold, then he have to play that game in the cold. Yes,
I get it.
But for an example, but he's saying that as absolute because he probably would pull it out. He probably saying what he mean and meaning what he say right there, and that's Deion all day long. I mean, that's just him all day long. You know, he ain't scared to say, listen, before my son will go play in the cold, I will pull an Eli. He mean that.
Okay.
However, the 1 through 4 thing is kind of harder because we don't know who's going to be able to pick those 1 through 4.
Because he said
4 teams in the cold.
Because he did say, and then he finished it. That's why I said he's strategic with his words. Because then he said that's subjective, meaning based on what may happen with the shuffle. But I get it though. I get it. Lexus, you know I love you, but I got about 12 people back here, so I got to get pushing. Don't be a stranger, Lexus. I'll be over for dinner.
Don't you be a stranger.
I'll be over for dinner later.
Don't you be dropping off the airways without telling me. I ain't cooking your nothing. See, I had your tape going together. I'm going to listen. I'm going to get that to somebody that checks in with me before they disappear.
You a fan. You better stop. You know you a fan. You better cut it out, Lexus.
I am not a fan. Now, you're not going to get fan out of me, but you know I love and support you. Take your son for that.
You finna have a Discord on fire tonight. You're going to have a Discord on fire tonight, Lexus. But let me push on.
All right, honey.
All right.
Talk to you later. Good to talk to you.
Bye. You too.
Later.
Bye now. All right. That was Lexus. Yeah. Big body Lexus. Yeah. All right. Let me go to the next one. 1435. Call or talk to us. Give us your name. Where you calling from?
What's good, Coach? It's Terry from BMO.
What's good? You got a speakerphone?
Yeah. Oh, it's messing up.
It's echoing real bad. If you don't mind. Sound like you're in a can, like in a tin can or something.
Can you hear me now?
Oh, that's perfect, man. Talk to it, man. Terry from BMO. What's up with you, man? Man, I hope you didn't have any people getting caught up in that bridge stuff going on, man.
Yeah, the Francis Scott Key, man. Been up since 1977, man. That's the main staple around there in the city. Kind of messed up, but it's all right, though.
Yeah, man. So what's your thoughts on these bold statements Coach Prime been making, man? Good, bad, different? What you talking about?
I mean, I think he's talking as a dad. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think that's Coach Prime. I think that's just Dad Sanders. Like,
that's Pops.
He's
that's
talking
Pops.
about his kids, man. That's Pops, man. Like, it's no real thunder behind it because on the quarterback side of the house, it's not going to be too many teams that need a quarterback. I don't know if people know it, but it's like 7 or 8 quarterbacks coming out this year.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, I think a lot of the quarterback jobs going to be taken up. So I look at it like like the year Kenny Pickett got chose.
Mm-hmm.
He went 19 overall, but he was the first quarterback taken off the board.
Wow, interesting. So first QB, but 19th pick. Yeah, first QB, 19th pick. I get you.
Yeah, so I mean that's kind of the way it goes. But as far as Travis goes, like his biggest thing is he gotta stay healthy, bro. Like I get it, you know what I mean. You want to play a lot of snaps and hits happen and anomalies and all that, but you missed games for the last 4 years.
So answer this for me because I don't know. When he was at Jackson State, I'm asking because I tell people I saw some Jackson State games. I didn't follow him. I'm not a person here that's on here to say, yeah, I've been following Coach Prime and he was at True Academy. And no, I'm not doing that. I started when he got to Colorado. I did watch a few Jackson State games. I have to be honest. I didn't sit down and watch them, all of them. So did Travis Hunter, was he hurt his first year at Jackson State? Did he get hurt?
Yeah, like he hurt his ankle coming out of high school though.
Okay. All right.
That's what I'm saying. So his senior year, he was hurt. And then he get to Jackson State. He was still hurt, but he got the surgery.
Okay.
You know, no harm, no foul.
Did he miss games at Jackson State?
He did.
Okay.
So that's what I mean. Like,
due to his ankle.
Consistently missing time.
I'm saying due to his ankle.
Yeah, due to his ankle. He missed time.
And then, hold on. He was at Jackson State, what, 1 year, 2 years?
1 year.
No, 1 year. And then he was at Prime. I mean, he was at Colorado last year, which of course he missed due to the late hit, and with the severed spleen. With the lacerated liver.
Ruptured.
Yeah. So he had the lacerated liver. Okay. All right. I'm listening.
So I mean, like, if you a scout, like, the only thing that he got on his side right now is his youth. Travis is only 21 years old. So as smart of a football player as he is, as well developed as he is right now, you're looking at him at 21. You're like, shit, I can't wait to get my hands on this kid. But he got to play one side. He got to pick a side, because playing both is wearing him out and it's tearing his body down. That's the problem. Is there's too many snaps. You know what I'm saying? And the way he plays, it's too much for him.
Like I said, we'll see. I mean, he took some shots, man. He took some shots last year. Like you say, he's a warrior. He's a player. He wants to play. And sometimes we have to protect. I've had to do it. We had to protect kids from themselves. Like, because they're such competitors, they're such warriors, they want to play. As a coach, we have to protect these kids from themselves. You got kids out here that are completely concussed. Like they see stars. They don't know what year it is, but they know they're trying to get out on that football field, right? And so sometimes we have to protect kids from themselves. I get it.
And this my thing is with Travis, and then I got one more thing I want to ask you about. But the last thing I got for Travis is, what side of the ball, like, is he going to dominate, bro? Like, he's not going to be the Biletnikoff winner, and he's not going to have the most interceptions. At the end of the day, men lie, women lie, numbers don't. So if I'm looking for the next big wide receiver, I'm probably going to pick the Biletnikoff winner over Travis, because that means that guy probably got 14 or more touchdowns. The last 3 Biletnikoff winners had 14 or more touchdowns, over 1,200 yards, and at least 67 catches. So he's not going to get them numbers playing both ways. So I'm just saying, like, if you got a guy that's a bona fide Biletnikoff winner, meaning he didn't score that many touchdowns in Power 5, you're going to pick him over Travis Hunter. That's going to happen. And then as far as the interceptions, he only had 3 last year. Missed time, but he only had 3. I mean, hell, it was a log jam as far as Power 5 interception leaders, and they was all stuck at 4. I think the highest guy had like 7. Travis not going to get 7 interceptions or more.
Do you think that GMs, but do you think that GMs and scouts will take that in consideration, knowing that he was a two-way player, not just a solo DB with just 3 picks? But do you think because he played wide receiver, they'll take it in consideration and give him a bump for it?
I do, but I don't think you're picking him over a guy that's a bona fide. Come on,
I get where you're coming. I'm just asking.
I
get your point.
Saying, if I'm a scout,
I get your
point. I got a guy that got 7 or 8 interceptions and a pick 6 in there, and I got Travis Hunter that played both ways. Yeah, he got 700 yards and a nice amount of receptions, maybe 8 touchdowns. That's a dog ass season, but nevertheless, bro, you only got 4 interceptions, no pick 6s. This guy got 8. I need a DB. I don't need a pick. I don't know too many NFL teams that need two-way players. I need a DB. And the DB, I just seen this boy get 7 interceptions with a pick 6. In there. I'm picking him over Travis if I need a DB. Like, it gets specific that way, because 1,000 and some of our kids apply for the draft. Only 200 and some get drafted. Yeah. I think people take that out of consideration.
True story. And
my last piece is, I didn't get to talk to you about the Nick Saban comments.
Okay.
About paying players. And I know this is a little off topic, but I just it's kind of frustrating sometimes when you hear like the instant reactions. So my thing is this: Nick Saban is not talking about player 1 through 35. He's talking about the players after that, where he might have 5 players going to the league, and the next guy that think he got next is coming into his office asking him for X amount of dollars and a guaranteed playing spot.
I can agree with that.
And it shouldn't. You can't do that, bro. Like you can't just because you was the 5th receiver on the depth chart. Now you know I got a receiver going to the league, and the natural progression is for you to at least be 4 or 3. But you come in here like you're a bona fide 2, and you're not. And you know I'm gonna get some dogs out of high school because I'm Nick Saban. And then the bad part about it is he got so much clout is that he knows you're gonna get transferred to a good program because I scouted you. Right. You gonna eat off of just being here with me for a year and redshirting.
I agree. I'll say this. I'm gonna make a comparison. Y'all know I'm analogy king, metaphors, and all of that good stuff. Y'all just follow me for a quick second. I'm gonna push on to the next caller. Next caller, 8350, coming to you in a second. I remember watching this thing about SWV, the singing group, the R&B group, Sisters with Voices. And the lead singer, Coco, was talking about money. And when they all started off, like most groups do, we in this thing together, y'all. We started it together. We gonna finish it together. But once they got into this business, they go in and they lay down the track. But Coco, who was the lead singer, this is her telling this story. Or was, or still is, I forgot her name. And then the light-skinned young lady. They leave the studio and go have fun or whatever they do. She had to stay back because as being the lead vocalist, she had to do the ad-libs and all of the other things that they didn't need the other 2 players to do. I mean, the other 2 singers to do. So she had got to a point where she said, I need more money to do these things. The 2 girls, the 2 ladies, I'm just saying, the other 2 singers thought that was unfair. But yet she's doing more work. So in her mind, she's saying, look, y'all leaving and going with your boyfriends or whatever y'all doing. I'm still in the studio for another 8-9 hours perfecting the other parts to make the song. Right? But y'all chilling with your boyfriends and whatever, you want the same check. So I'm making this comparison. I hope y'all follow me. I may be way off. But that's the same thing. The 4th string dude want the same money as Marvin Harrison. And he ain't doing what Marvin Harrison doing. Marvin Harrison putting in work. But you want the same, you want to get paid like you Marvin Harrison and you ain't Marvin Harrison. Old girl want to get paid like Coco and she ain't Coco. She ain't the lead singer. She ain't working an additional 8-9 hours putting down the vocals. And you out there partying, having fun. And that's why I always try to make that comparison. When you deal with groups, yeah, we on the same team, but we ain't doing the same job. So therefore, we shouldn't be getting paid the same. And that's the problem. Right. I hope that makes sense. Let me get a thumbs up in the chat if y'all followed that, if that was a good analogy. If not, if y'all give me a lot of thumbs down, don't be playing. Be for real. I'll never use that again. I'll try to figure something else out. But I just want to bring that up. That's the problem. And I think when people listen to those stories, the players should get paid. They're not, they're just talking. They're not really diving deep. And I'm going to go back to the NILs. I didn't mean to talk about this, but I'm going to go back to the NILs real quick. We just saw Gervin Dexter, who played for Florida from Lakeland. I forgot the name of this company. This company gave him $436,000. But it's basically a loan. Yeah, y'all want these players to get paid, but y'all don't want no rules. So this is how these players get screwed. And then, but hold on, I'm not finished. They gave him $436,000. Then they told him, or in his contract, you owe us 15% of your NFL money for the next 25 years, pre-tax. 15% of your NFL money for the next 25 years, pre-tax. But see, everybody, they need to get paid. Look, yeah, but if you don't put stuff like that, and here's the rebuttal to that. Well, he should have got somebody. Guess what? They're in that situation for a reason. Whoever got him to sign that contract, they dangled that money in front of him, or they built a trust with him, and he doesn't know better. He's 17, 18, 19 years old, 20 years old, 21. And don't act like y'all did better, because y'all the same one at 21 out there getting a credit card with 23% interest rate, swipe, 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 and now you're 45 and got a 600 credit score. So don't act like you better than him. You would have made that same decision. But the people, they need to get paid. Just pay. Get a pay. Bro, these same people out here, and when they was in college, what they did, the people out there with them credit cards, hey, boy, you want one of them Capital One cards? Just sign right here. What? We give you $5,000 limit. Oh, I'm in. I go get me a Nautica shirt and a polo fit. Going to the Gucci store, and now your credit shot right now. So don't give me all that y'all wouldn't make them decisions. You're a college age kid, you make stupid decisions. And now you talking about $450,000? Somebody dangling in front of you never had? You don't really know what 15% for the next 25 years really mean. Because think about how he sold it. Yeah, we just getting 15%. I mean, you get 85. Like you get 85. Think about it. Just think about this. For every dollar, you get 85 cents. We only getting 15 cents. That's a dime and a nickel, bro. Like, it's not a big deal. In his mind, I get 85 cents. You get 50. Okay, that makes sense. All right, cool. That's how they pitch that stuff to these young kids. Telling you, dog. But anyway, I'm just letting people know. Anyway, that's a whole nother story, man. But Terry for Baltimore, man, I appreciate you. I got to push on, man.
You already know, man.
Any day.
Keep doing your thing, Coach.
Hey, man, everything good on your side, though? You know what I'm talking about. Everything good?
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
all right.
yeah.
I'm going to keep my eye out.
Real good. Hey, real quick. Tell your man, Deion, stop talking about all the kids come from places with roaches and rats, man. Football is an expensive sport. I don't know if people know that, but not every good kid in football come from roaches and rats. Just saying.
I agree.
Some of them come from pretty good.
Y'all see my video. I did a video right there where I call it Exercising My Thoughts. You know, people say I am obsessed with Deion Sanders taking home visit. No, I'm just talking about the latest news, but I don't care if you ever take a home visit. Yeah, it's fine. Either way.
It's the off season. You give us something to talk about. Let me get off of this.
All right, man. All right. Marie S., where have you been? I need you to call in tonight, if you don't mind, Marie, at Ham. To find humor in a cheap shot that could have done more damage to any kid is crazy. I don't know what she's talking about. Maybe she responded to somebody. But Marie S., call in. You called in before. I'd love for you to call back in. All right, 8350, coming to you. Call to talk to us. Give us your name, where you calling from.
Hey, Coach. Hey, this is Rico from deep Dallas, Texas. Man, how you feel this evening, brother?
Rico, where you been, man? How you been?
Man, I got diabetes, man. That kind of broke my heart, man.
Oh, man. You just found out? You just found that out?
Yeah, about a month ago, man. I lost 29 pounds so far. My goal is to get down to about 180, man. I'm only 5'6". I was like a 2-something, man, 250, 260, man.
Well, that's good, man.
Man. But God got me. But anyway.
Yes, sir. Well, I hope all is well. I hope all is well, man. Listen to the instructions. You losing weight is the first step, man. Good job. Good job.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you. So back at the story at hand.
Sure.
I think that people are not really understanding that Sheduer is going to go number one next year. You got, like the young man was saying a while ago before me, he was saying that they already got enough 7 quarterbacks going to go in there. That don't mean them 7 quarterbacks going to be what they're supposed to be. If you look at Shadur, I got 2 things I want to say.
Mm-hmm.
If you look at Shadur, when they went 4-8, it was one of the sorriest teams in the league. I mean, in the league, man, last year. But the boy had over 3,500 yards.
Agreed.
With what he had to work with, man. You just think about, if he had just a little more, man, he'd have made that boy and USC look like nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And Nick, whoever his name was in Oregon. But I'm just saying, I'm not,
no.
But
Bo Nix was balling now. I don't know.
Yeah, but
everybody say he was trash.
He had offense. See, when you got an offense, Coach, you know this well. I know it. When you got an offense, man, you can just stand in the pocket, run around, figure out what's up, man. You gonna be cold. But it all boils down to the fact is, man, what he really gonna do in the NFL.
Okay.
He's not a starter for sure. And the brother out of USC is really not what's his name? He's not a starter if you ask me. They made him Chicago. He's not going to even play for Chicago. These kids now have the opportunity to pick and choose who they want to play with now, man. This whole thing is changing in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
It's changing. Just like Keyshawn Johnson said on what's it called show? What's his name? Skip Bayless show the other day. The thing is changing, man. And I just want your opinion on that. What I'm saying. You think I'm wrong that the boy going number 1 next year and then Travis is going right behind him? Why wouldn't Travis be a number 2 player? Why wouldn't he? Who in the world would not want a 2-way player? If you start him out as a wide receiver, say your top cornerback get hurt, right? Boom. You got Travis Hunter to play cornerback until he gets well.
Hold on. Whoa, Rico, hold on. I'll make sure I hear you clear. So you just saying that Sheduer is pick 1, Travis Hunter's pick 2 of the draft. Is that what you were saying?
Yeah, next year.
Okay, sure. I just want to make sure I heard you clear. I understood what you were saying. All right, so you're saying why would Sheduer not be the number 1 pick, and why would Travis Hunter not be the number 2 pick? Am I right?
I'm just.
No, I'm saying is that what you're saying? That's all I'm asking. Is that what you were saying?
That's what I'm saying because if you look at last year, the man had over 3,500 yards, right? And here it comes now. They got a better offense. I'm almost certain the offense is way better than it was last year. They got some dogs in there. Well, they fighting everything, man, trying to get it started.
That what y'all said last year. God, dog, my sandwich got dirty.
No. I said it, but you know what I'm saying. It was Deion right now. He got a little smarter, man. You know how it go, man. You get a little smarter every year, man. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Every year you get a little smarter, man, in this thing called life. And it's the same thing in the football, man. He got a little smarter as a coach. Yeah, he looked sometimes he overtalk a little bit, but I believe it, man. Them boys is going 1 and 2, man. If they can get to a bowl game, and that boy gonna get paid. If that offense supposed to hold up like it's supposed to, that boy gonna get over 5,000 yards, man, this year.
Do you think? Okay, first of all, let me go this. Let me make sure I do this clear. What do you think the record would be? I know this is way too early. We're just talking right now. I'm not going to hold you to it. I'm just asking. What do you think the record would be? I need to know that number before I ask you the next question because I don't want to put you in the pot.
I think the way I'm looking at it, they got some wide receivers, man. They got some defense. I think they can probably go 10-2. I really believe that because, I am from the Midwest, actually from Kansas. and they ain't really. Kansas is starting to show up a little bit. You know, Oklahoma State, man, they here and there, and then K-State's here and there. Man, look, man, I think them boys can go 10-2.
Okay.
And that's just being nice about it.
Okay. Is that your ceiling? Is that your floor? I'm just asking.
That's my feeling. I mean, you know, we don't want to, you know, they may go 8-4, but they're going to get a bowl game. They're going to get a good one too.
Okay. All right.
Now, that's a fact right there.
I'm with you, baby. I'm with you. Rico, all right. I'm trying to have a full sandwich, and y'all not gonna do this to me. I'm trying to be that guy.
Sir. Yeah, I like Coach Hayes. I respect you, man. You gonna give me your honest opinion.
Yeah. And you know, Rico, me and you started off with me rough. And that's all right. Now we're friends. And we're friends. I don't have no hard feelings. It's YouTube, bro. Right? It's YouTube. Right. But Rico, here's what I'll say.
That's just wishful thinking I got, man. I put it like that.
Enough said then. All right, cool. All right. That's all I
want your opinion. What do you think their record's gonna be this year? You've been watching.
I've said way too early 6-6. I've said that before. My way too early.
That's a fair adjustment, man. I like that.
Yeah, it's my way. But again, I have not seen spring. Like, I can't give you a 10-2. I think 6-6 is fair. I haven't seen these guys play together. I think just looking at the schedule, right? I'm just looking at it, just walking down the schedule. And I think that's a fair pre-spring assessment. Now, what I see after the spring, and I see some movement and how they play and so forth, I can then therefore either go up, go down, or stay the same, right? Because again, we do not know what Robert Livingston is going to do with defense. We do not know what Pat Shermer is going to do on offense. Is he going to do what he did the last 4 games of the season? Is he going to change it up completely? Does it look different? Is the running game look different? There's a lot of speculation, so I can't stand on business, as they say. That's why I did a way too early prediction. And it may change. Now, I know if I change it, let's say if I change it to 9-3. Go ahead, change. I get it. I'm not worried about that. But I may say 4-8. I don't know, based on what I'm seeing. And then here's the second wave. And Coach Prime has said this. We're going to have some people leave after the spring.
He said that the other day. He sure did.
He said that. So now, now when I say you, I'm speaking in general. So when when a person says, yeah, I'm counting on such and such, I'm counting on such and such, that such and such may not be here. You want to know why? You know I love to make a comparison to Miami. I'm trying to keep my sandwich clean. I was counting on Henry Parrish for Miami. And guess what? He just jumped in the portal. He literally jumped in the portal in the middle of spring practice. And I'm counting. Henry, hold on. Henry Parrish was our leading rusher last year for the last 2 years. Our leading rusher. Who wouldn't count on the leading rusher to be on the team this year? 99.9% of y'all would say yes. And I'm counting on Henry Parrish. And guess what? Dude just jumped in the portal. So there's a lot of unknowns here. But everybody want to speak in absolutes. So guess what? Speak in absolutes. And go ahead. Let me get your last piece, and I got to get the other callers.
Okay. So, Coach Hayes, let me ask you a question. Do you think Hermione is going to leave and go to Florida State? He ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, I don't know.
But we ain't seen him, man, in practice, man.
I don't know. I'll be honest. I don't chase that rabbit hole. I don't know. If Kamani McLean leaves and goes to Florida State, then he felt that was the best situation for him. If Kamani McLean stayed, so he feels that's the best situation for him. If Kamani McLean stays at Colorado, then he feels like that's the best situation for him. I don't get into it. Like I said, some things, if he leaves, I wouldn't be shocked. If he stays, I wouldn't be shocked. Now, I was shocked about Henry Parrish because I'm like, Why would you leave? You the leading rusher. I don't know. But like you said, I don't watch a lot of the well-off media videos, not to be funny, just got a lot going on, not trying to be funny. But I mean, I do a bunch of other shows. And so I say that to say, I don't know if he's in or not in the well-off media videos. I don't know if they're talking about him or not. Some people said that he was pointing at a camera saying, I'm not going anywhere. And it's okay,
right.
Take him at his word, I guess, until he proves otherwise.
Okay, last thing.
All right, last one.
Last thing, Coach. Last thing.
Talk to me.
So the players that is going to jump in the portal from Colorado is probably going to be some players that already been there from last year, because the players that we got now, they can't re-jump in the portal, can they?
They're not supposed to, but apparently they are. I just heard this today.
Wow.
I don't know how true this is. We saw Caden Proctor do it. He was from Alabama, went to Iowa, went back to Alabama. They just did it. Listen, they literally just did it. Colorado did it. Remember, they got the offensive lineman from Florida. He transferred from Florida to Colorado, and then a couple months later, he left. So people, they say you can't, but they are. So, I don't know. I don't know, bro. So
Thank
it is
you,
what it
Coach.
is.
Thank you, man.
Anytime, Rico, man.
Me.
Appreciate it, man. Hey, hit the floor for Shadur. The Cowboys. That's their slogan this year. Hit the floor for Shadur.
I think he might go to the Cowboys.
I'm saying, will Jerry Jones tank the season to get Shadur?
Yeah, he would.
You think so?
He loved Deion. Man, that boy Sheduer is a bad man.
Hold on. Will Jerry? Hold on. I want to be clear will Jerry Jones tank the 2024 season so he could get Deion Sanders? Because that's where Big E from Atlanta said.
He would get rid of He would get rid of Dak Prescott and a lot of more players to get Sheduer.
That's not what I'm saying. Will he tank the season to get Sheduer? Will he be the worst team in the NFL this year? So he had a number 1 draft pick the following year.
It's a possibility, man. I mean, like you said about the spring game by Colorado, we just had to see about the opening season, right?
All right, we'll find out.
What the Cowboys gonna do it? I mean,
appreciate it.
I wouldn't even surprise me if he did. He's sick of that Prescott, man.
I'm with you. All right, man. Well, let me push on.
Brother.
Thank you. You too, man. God bless you too, man. Thank you, man. Thank you. All right. 78-83. And then 30. Oh, 35-55. You at the bottom of the list. That's Big E. That's the same number. Big E, hold tight. Don't you go nowhere. Let me get 78-83 out of the way. Guys, call on in. The number's a little bit short. The queue is short. 862-799-9956. Call on in. I feel like I was at the Mint right there for all my Florida boy. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Anyway, boy grew up at the Mint. Anyway, call and talk to us. Give us your name, where you're calling from. What's your thoughts on the topic today about Coach Prime making those bold statements about Shadur and Travis?
Hey, Coach Hayes.
Hi, who am I
speaking to? Marie S.
Marie, how are you?
I'm doing well, and yourself?
I'm doing fine. I've been taking my haterade, and I'm trying to get better.
I know. I see that. So, what's your question? What's your question, Coach?
I guess my question more or less is, do you think that what Coach Prime said, do you agree or disagree so far as him, I don't want to put words in your mouth, but I'm just asking a question. Do you think that he has the right, I guess the way to say it, to pick the team for Sheduer where he should be drafted? And then my part 2 of that is, do you also believe that Sheduer and Travis will be picked 1 through 4? These are the 2 comments he pretty much said pretty much in the past week.
Right. Mm-hmm. So, yes, I do believe that Travis and Sheduer will be, 1 through 4. I don't have an issue with that comment. Nor do I have an issue with him saying, I don't think that he's going to pick the team that they go to, but I do believe that there are some. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I was talking to somebody else calling. I'm listening. Mm-hmm.
Okay. But I do believe that, folks have folks have options, and I think because they're such good players, and also Deion is connected, that he has, like, who was it, Elway? I mean, there are like 3 or 4 that actually was going to go to one team, but they said, hey, I'm not doing it. So him being who he is, why not say it? And the only thing that he's doing really is just putting them on notice, because honestly, both of them can, because I heard you talk to Lexus, I think that's her name.
Mm-hmm.
And you said that, do you think he said it way too early? I don't think he said it way too early, because he's just letting them know up front. Because remember, Shadur, he made a comment, I think it was like a week ago, he said that Shadur can stay another year. And we already know that Travis can stay another year.
Sure.
So they cannot go into the draft this coming year. But yes, anything can happen. They can get hurt. We don't want none of that to happen.
Okay, hold on. Make sure I'm correct, Marie. So after this football season, they are eligible to go. They don't have to, but they are eligible to go into the draft after this football season. Okay, I just want to make sure we're on the same page. All right.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
And then you were talking about the Cowboys. The Cowboys, of course, I'm a lifelong fan.
You in Texas? Are you in Texas, Marie?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Okay.
So,
the only reason I asked, the only reason I asked is because a lot of women are Texas, are Dallas Cowboy fans, whether they live in Texas or not. I know people that's, I'm a Cowboy fan. I'm like, you ain't even been to, you ain't even had a layover on a plane in Texas. Why are you a Cowboy fan? But I just wanted to ask. But anyway, I'm listening. Go ahead.
No, let me tell you, Coach. Yeah, I've been a lifelong fan because my father actually taught me the game of football by watching the Dallas Cowboys. Again, we would be watching a game. My dad be yelling. I'd be yelling too. And after the play, then I'd ask him, hey, what's going on? And he would break it down to me. So that was my love for the game. And regardless of what the Cowboys do, I'm always going to be a fan because that's a connection between me and my father.
Well, I'll say this. Your father sounds like a very smart man, but he made one mistake. He wasn't looking at the Dolphins. Should have been looking at the Dolphins and not the Cowboys. Whatever. I'll let you live on that, Maria. Go ahead. I'm listening.
Now, back in the day, the Cowboys were those guys. So we was watching them during the heydays. So, hey. But anyway.
Boy had that cocaine.
Jerry,
boys was on that cocaine.
You did make a comment about Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones ain't taking no season for nobody. Do I believe that he wants Sheduer? Absolutely. But Jerry Jones, his pride won't let him do that for nobody.
Thank you, Marie, because I ain't gonna lie to you. I was finna call them people for you. I was finna send them people to your house. I thought you was gonna say, yeah, he'll go full. All right, go ahead. I'm listening. I'm sorry.
No. Jerry Jones is not that guy. He ain't taking, and just like the other guy said, you know, he's in his 80s. He's trying to get to the Super Bowl. But what I do believe is this could be the year that Dak is put on notice. Hey, you need to perform and get past more than one game in the playoffs to keep that, because I don't think that they're paying him like. He already getting $40 million. He wants $60 million.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, man. Get us closer to the Super Bowl or something. Even when we have all the other pieces, if you fold every time under pressure, I mean, at some point you got to move on.
I agree.
So I know this is my Cowboys talk, but you know, since somebody did bring that up, I don't want to keep going on and on about the Cowboys.
I understand. Well, Marie S., I'm glad you called in. I like when y'all call in, and I know, you know, we be in the chat. You be giving it to me sometime in the chat. I still got
but I was laughing at you earlier because nobody had called in, and I was actually busy doing something. I said I'm about to call in with Coach, but then, man, you left me on like I was old school. You left me on hold. I was like, man, let me hang up.
Did I? No, it's what happened is when people call, it's a queue, and so it just get pushed down. But what's funny is You notice ain't nobody call in till I said the cult members call in. And then, boy, that phone line opened up, boy. Bing, 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 bing. I was trying to be nice, but guess what?
I know I was laughing. You had me laughing. I was rolling over here.
All right.
That was funny.
You know my thing, but I got you laughing. You almost there. You about to be a Coach Hayes fan. Ain't that right, Marie? No? No?
You good, Coach. You good. That's why I watch you. You know, I mean, sometimes, man, when you start with that foolishness, I have to turn off the show. I'm going to be honest with you.
Like what?
But for the most part, I do. I watch you. I listen to you. You know, sometimes when you know, let's not get into it, Coach.
Oh, I was just I was trying to be better.
You know, some folks say that, some folks, and you are, and I appreciate that. But sometimes when you're like overly critical to me, that's when, you know, I just hang up the phone. I mean, I just get off YouTube, go to another channel.
Dang. Well, can you put in the chat next time you leave, so I know when I be overly critical.
No, Coach, because you're not going in on me. Okay.
No, I don't bother y'all. Y'all good. Just some things make sense and some things don't. But anyhow, it is what it is. Marie, I appreciate you. As always, you know, the phone line is open. You're more than welcome to always call in. But thank you for calling.
All right, Coach. Take care.
She told me to take care. Boy, I'm working my way in, boy. Hey, really? I may have dropped my sandwich like twice and it got a little dirty, but I picked it up. You know the rule. God made dirt and dirt don't hurt. 5-second rule. Clean it off and keep on going. I'm almost to the other side of the bread now. I'm almost getting to the other side of the bread. Let me know what I'm doing. Let me get back here. This is my man right here. This Big E, he done called in again. Well, I think they done ruffled your feathers, brother. Talk to me.
Yeah, man. I'm glad you gave me this platform to clear some things up. I got 3 topics I want to go over with you.
Oh, you sound like you done took some notes. You took some notes? Well, let me get my pen out. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm going to say the data topic for last. I got a little juice in it.
Okay.
The first thing I want to talk about is Travis Hunter.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you take a look, Deion Sanders got some elite wide receiver talent and another elite cornerback, Robinson, that's on his team now. That's going to alleviate Travis from playing a lot of snaps both ways on wide receiver and defense. He's going to preserve Travis for the stretch toward the end of the season.
Okay, can I ask a question for clarity, if you don't mind? You say he has elite quarterbacks or cornerbacks?
He got an elite cornerback, Robinson from I think he came from Oklahoma State.
Okay.
Cornerback.
I got you. I'm listening.
Elite corner, and he got Webster. Webster got world class speed. That the wide receiver they got. If you check out some of the practices, Webster is faster than he got 4.2 speed. He's faster than the other receiver they got there. J5, he's faster than him.
He's elite. So Webster is elite. Okay. Mm-hmm.
I can't say he's elite, but he got world class speed.
Oh,
Jefferson, he hasn't made it there yet. They said he's supposed to be taking the place of the one that just left. I forget what his name.
Okay.
And it was the news today. Now, if you check this out, now you got to see what's going on.
I'm listening.
Colorado now got a new NIL collective that's going on with them. So they're not gonna worry about people leaving in the spring break because they're gonna bring that bag out. And the ones that they really want to stay, gonna get that bag. So they're not worried about that. Whoever leaves during the spring break because they want them to leave. But that bag coming to the one that you want to stay. You better be getting that because it just happened today.
Okay.
And,
NIL.
I think Travis gonna play 60-60. I think that's what he's gonna play. He's gonna play 60-60 this season. He's not gonna do that 80-80 like you said. He's gonna do 60-60.
So hold on. So hold on. I want to make sure we clear that up. So 60%, you're saying 60% of the snaps on offense, 60% of the snaps on defense. Is that what you're saying?
Right. Coach T, if you look at that,
I'm listening.
Correct. That's it. And so if you look at Audrey Miller, Audrey Miller is probably going to be a starter. Amari Miller, he's going to be a starter. Pass is going to be coming in when they want to get him in on different packages. And they're going to have Robertson or Jefferson on the other side at receiver. Robertson on the other side on at cornerback.
Okay.
And I don't know about your boy Kamani. I think they're going to – Kamani he ain't been practicing. There's something going on with him. Kamani. Something going on with him because when Robertson came to the team, he kind of changed. Everything about him changed because Robertson is a starter. He's a proven cornerback. He's a starter. And they might give him some more bag money to stop him from going to the transfer portal or come out of the transfer. They need a lot of depth on the team. Real good depth. And they don't want to lose that. And they're gonna go 10-2, and they're gonna win the Big 12 championship.
I tried, really flawed. I tried. Man, what the hell you talking about, man? I tried. I'm tired of this. I tried, and I tried. I can't do it no more. I can't do it. I can't do it no more. I'm tired of this. I tried for 1 hour and 41 minutes. I tried and I can't no more. Hold up.
Can I get the data when you get here?
All right, go ahead, man.
Okay, let me talk about data.
I tried. I can't. I done dropped my whole sandwich on the floor.
All right. I got to clear this up with some of the calls that have been calling by Jerry Jones. Let me give my inside scoop. I'm going to give my inside scoop. All right. Like I said before, Jerry Jones and Deion Sanders got a good relationship. All right. At the end of this season, they're not going to take the whole season. They're going to go 10-7, and they're going to package Dak Prescott with CD Lamb. And they're going to, the team that losing the most games, they're going to do a horse trade behind the scenes for CD Lamb and Dak Prescott to get to move into that spot where they think they can get a good quarterback pick. And Deion Sanders said he want to coach pro football, but if his son go to Dallas and Jerry Jones offer Deion that bag, he'd be on our sideline down the Cowboys. So that's my inside scoop on what's going to go down.
So will Deion Sanders go to the Dallas Cowboys as the head coach? Is that what you're saying?
Coach. That coach is on thin ice. That Prescott is on thin ice. And I think they're going to package CD Lamb and Dak Prescott in a package so they can move up to a good spot to pick Sheduer Sanders.
All right.
So they're going to go 10-7. They're going to take the whole season. They're going to go 10-7.
I'm going to pick my sandwich up. Yeah. Okay.
They're going to go 10-7. It's a 17-game season. They're going to win 10 games out of 7. The coach is going to lose his job. Dak Prescott going to be traded.
Yes, sir. Did he hang up?
So,
no, he good. He here. All right.
I got a lot of feedback from that, so I want to clear that up there.
Yeah. So
my new podcast name I'm calling the Inside Scoop. Floor for Shadur.
Hold on, I just put it in the chat. Hashtag floor for Shadur. That's the hashtag right there for the Cowboys. Hashtag floor for Shadur. Huh? I like it. All right. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, I got to run. Yeah, I got to run. I got some other people in here that's yeah.
So I had to call you back. I had you call back, Coach A. I had to clear that up.
Thank you. I'm trying, Lord. All right. All right, man. Appreciate you, dog.
Okay, Coach A.
I know. Marie S., you say you turn me off when I get on my foolishness, but damn, you might have to give me a pass. You might have to give me a pass, Marie, because some of this stuff just getting out of control. Marie S., if you put I get a pass in the chat and you won't cut me off, all right. Next caller. All sevens. What's up? I know this number. I know the all sevens, so I know you've called in before. Talk to me.
What's up, Coach? How you doing, man?
I'm good. Who am I speaking to, man? I remember the all sevens.
Randy.
Randy. All right, Randy, talk to me, man. What's your thoughts on these comments here, man? If I lose my god dog on mine.
You know, yeah, I hear you. I just think, man, that Prime is just trying to position his kids, man. That's all. You know,
nothing wrong with that.
I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think he understands that at the end of the day that he can't dictate, you know, where them kids go. But, you know, I think, you know, they should be more focused on trying to get, you know, to a bowl than, you know, worried about draft position, you know. But you know what I would like to see is them have a great year and then going to a bowl against Miami.
Man, you don't want that pressure. No, you don't want that pressure. Listen, let me tell you something, dog. Now I'm finna lose my damn mind, Randy. Now, Randy.
No.
Randy, let me tell you, Randy. Now, see, Coach Hayes tried to be cool, and I tried to have my little bologna sandwich, my fried bologna. You know how for y'all that's real country, y'all get the bologna and you put it. Y'all Texas people, y'all know what a bowl of. No. Hear what I'm saying? You put it in the frying pan and it pop up in the middle, had a little hump. Then you take the red from around it. I'm trying to have a nice bologna sandwich.
Yeah.
But let me tell y'all something. If them Colorado Buffaloes ever play the Miami Hurricane, it's going to be some smoke in the city. We going to beat y'all acetopes. Because I know there's some kids watching, so I try not to. Man, let me tell you something, man. If y'all, listen. Man, look here. Bruh. I think it'll get so ugly, so fast. And we got a gangster down there, number 44, so stank with it. That already, hold up, hear me out. Because I'm finna talk some real ish right now. Hold up. Our 44 put Jordan Seaton in a blender. His name Ruben Bain. Put Jordan Seaton in a blender.
That's what I want to ask you about.
Hold up, I ain't finished giving you the business. Hold up now, Randy.
Go ahead.
I know you part of the Jackson 5, but I'm finna give you these 5 right here. Right here, Jackson 5 up. Then we got a Najee Kelly on the other side. Ooh, it's gonna get stank. If you think 2 is legendary, shit. Well, I ain't going all the way hard like that. Well, anyway, put that boy in the put him in a blender. But anyway, I'm sorry. I'm back to regular scheduled program. I apologize. Okay, here we go.
All right, you back now? You back?
Yeah, I had to give you the 5. I'm sorry.
What do you think he would do as a true freshman at a left tackle? Like
who?
I don't think
who
Seaton. I don't believe that's a good idea. Starting him out at a left tackle. I mean,
okay. Here's what I'll say, and this is where okay. Here's where people say this is where I get critical. See, today's show, and I tried to keep it in this lane. I tried to keep it Deion Sanders making decisions. I'm all for this. But now when we're finna get to coaching and we're going to get to a wheelhouse.
Oh, shoot.
Shadur, no, you didn't drop. I was thinking because I'm trying to keep my sandwich right.
All right.
Jordan Seaton is going to have the freshman blues. It's going to happen. I don't care who you are. They all get it. This is not because he played at Colorado. I don't care if he went to Maryland, Tennessee, Miami. They all going to get it. The problem is, do they have a way to help him? Do they have a way to maneuver? Again, I'll make this comparison. Francis Maui Noah, the number one offensive tackle in the country, played at IMG, all of that stuff, played at Miami. He went through some growing pains. Fortunately, around him, we had some good old linemen and a running back with some experience, and they could slide protections and help him. I don't know yet. Underline the word yet. Marie, I'm trying to stay here, Marie. I don't know if the people next to him are good enough to help him in that capacity. One thing I can tell you when I look at Jordan Seaton play, there's two things that stick out to me about his game. Athletically, he has it, but that's not the two things. He's not strong, and he doesn't bend his hips.
Right.
He's not strong right now.
He can get lazy a little bit. Yeah.
But he's not a strong kid right now. And he has a high center of gravity because he doesn't bend at the hip. And when you stand tall, you lose your strength.
Right.
And that's going to be a problem. And if you don't, but athletically, he can shift and slide and move and do all of those things.
Yeah.
But that's going to be, I'm telling you, because of that and getting around that edge, he hasn't seen the kind of speed he's going to see at this level. You have to remember, he's a young guy. He's maybe 18, turned 18 this year.
18, I think.
He's about to go against some dudes that's 22, 23, 24.
23. Yes, sir.
That's a whole different body structure.
Right.
That's a totally different body structure. Huh?
Yeah. Years in the weight room.
Yeah, but not even just the weight room, but technique, right? Understanding what to do, the experience. When they start twisting and stunting and all this stuff and the safety pull-up. See, at IMG, you were fine. You were the big dogs in the yard.
Right.
But I'm telling you, this is not saying that this young man won't be good, but to be put in one of the hardest positions in college football,
yes, sir,
at a very young age, and you're lacking strength. He said this himself. He's got to get stronger. He said that. I'm not making this up. He even said this. He acknowledged that that was a weakness in his game. His weakness. And if people think because he was the number one pick overall and all that stuff, that he's going to come out here and do that, it doesn't work that way. And it's going to be some growing pain. So they're going to have to help him through protection, slider protection, manipulation, gap scheme, all of that stuff. Caden Proctor, same way. Caden Proctor played for Alabama, started all the games as a true freshman. He said out of his own mouth, when I wasn't playing my best, Iowa reached out to me and said, hey, keep doing what you're doing. They all go, it's called a freshman blues. And when they get on you, it's on you because you come in with this hype. You are used to being the man. And when you get to college, you become a man. See,
that's right.
Think about this right now. And this is not, I'm using him because you brought him up. Jordan seen his own first take with Skip Bayless and Keyshawn and all this and everybody want to know what's going on. And some no-name defensive end come in there and whip your ass.
Yes, sir.
Some 3-star defensive end from Oklahoma State or wherever he's from put you in a blender.
Yeah.
And now you start doubling, questioning yourself. How do you handle that? Well, the reason that dude's doing it because he's now been in college 5 years.
Right. That's true. Yeah. Maybe 6. Mm-hmm. Would you start him?
If I don't have nobody else, I ain't got no choice. But I would have to try to protect him. But that's all I can do. I'm coming to you guys. I'm coming, guys. I'm listening.
Yeah. Go ahead, Mick.
I appreciate it.
I'll listen. I just wanted to ask you about that.
Yeah. I if I don't have anybody else, I mean, yeah, I had to start him. I can't just say I'm not going to start you because you're a freshman. But what I do know, if I have to start, if he's better than what I have, I'm going to start the best guy. So if he's better than what I have, then that's what I have. Right?
Right. Now they brought in, I think, 3 tackles that started. One at Indiana, one at I forgot the other 2, but I looked at their little tapes and they're legit, you know what I mean? But it's just that one thing scares me, man. That true freshman.
And that Sheduer backside. That's his backside. He can't see back there. Yeah. But we'll find out real quick and in a hurry. But anyway, man, I got to push on, man. I got quite a few in here. Guys, thank you, man. Yes, guys, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. So if you want to call in, please do so. 862-799-9956. I'll leave this open. The phone line is open until the next person calls, and then we'll wrap it up from there. Rawhide, call in. Really flawed. I need y'all to call in. All right? Uh-oh. I know who I got on here. Ooh, this Sheila from Colorado. Talk to me, Sheila.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. How you doing, Coach?
I'm doing great. How you doing?
I'm doing good. So I had to call in and give you my 2 cents on your topics.
Okay, talk to me.
Okay, so since you guys just finished talking about Jordan Seaton, I just wanted to say everybody understands that he's a freshman. There's a lot of freshmen in a lot of positions on a lot of teams. Mm-hmm. And I understand that offensive line is a tough spot to be. Decent, any quarterback is a deep spot to be. Busy spot, like one of the challenging positions on the team. But the guy got 9 months. He's already said, like you said, that Coach Prime, when he came and he talked to him, he told him there's 3 things he needed to do: get bigger, work on his hips, and there was one other thing, I can't remember what that was. And those are the things that you're talking about. So they understand that those are things that he needs to work on. And so he's here early, for spring ball. And so he gets 9 months or however many months, 6 or 7 months to work on those technique things. And he even said, he's getting stronger. Coach Mo is getting him stronger in the weight room. So, we don't know what he's going to do, but, being a freshman out on the O-line, he's going to have an opportunity to improve. And like you said, he's a young kid and he's coming and it'll make him a man. Maybe that'll make him a man. So we just got to give him an opportunity to show us what he can do. And I'm sure if he's not doing what he needs to do, he's got, a new O-line coach, which I think is better for him than probably the one that they had last year. He's actually got a guy that played in that position on the offensive line. So we'll get ready. You just have to give him a chance to see what happens with them.
I agree.
And then another question I have for you. I'm kind of like Marie. Why you let it upset you so much when people say stuff about Colorado 10-2 or and stuff like that? Why does that upset you so much?
The 10-2 didn't bother me.
What is it?
Bro, it doesn't upset me. I to be honest with you, I was really playing. I could actually care less. In 2024, Coach Hayes had made a vow to himself that I can no longer help particular people. And I had to realize, and I had to. So again, I'll just say this to you, Sheila. When I came here, I just felt like, I could pass on what I know to people, and maybe sometimes people don't understand how things necessarily operate, and I could shine light on that. I've come to the realization I can't shine light on that because they want to stay in the dark. I'm not saying what I'm saying is always right. What I'm saying is I'm just giving you through the experience, maybe an experience I don't have. For example, I don't know what you do, Sheila, but that's like me trying to tell you whatever you've been doing for the past 25 years. I'm trying to tell you why it ain't going to work when you've been doing it for 25 years. And I just started looking at it. I just started doing your job today. You've been in your job before, and that new person that graduated valedictorian or cum laude and all that stuff out of college, and they will come and tell you because in theory, it should work. But the reality is it don't necessarily always work that way, the way the manuals say. And so I've come to the realization in 2024, I let people say their piece, and I give them a piece.
Yeah, the thing is, it's like, it's your opinion. I can't make you change your opinion. So, if you want to be in whatever, in delusion or whatever you want to be,
sure,
then that's all right. I'll give you, I'll give you my 2 cents about what I think and what I know. But, after that, I'm going on about my business. I ain't got time for that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
See, that's just like, that's just like I have this person that would tell me about what's happening in Colorado, and they live in Georgia. And I'm saying, no, that's not true. This is what happens here. You don't get that there. You don't, and you Google it and say, look at this, and read it to them, and they still be like.
Because Sheila, let me ask you, you live in Colorado, right? You live in Colorado?
Exactly.
Okay. Do you drive a car? You drive a car?
Yeah.
You drive in the snow?
Yep. I don't like to, but I do.
Mm-hmm. I read a book on how to drive in the snow, and I'm gonna tell you how to drive in the snow. I ain't never drove in the snow before, but I'm gonna tell you how to drive because I saw a YouTube video on how to drive in the snow. So I'm gonna tell you how to drive in the snow. You gonna listen to me?
No.
Okay, enough said. There it is. And that's what I'll be saying. So I realized, but guess what? That's okay. And that's a perfect example of what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I ain't never drove in the snow, but I'm going to tell, I saw a YouTube video on how to drive in the snow, and I'm going to tell you who had all your life you've been living there on how to turn the wheel, take your foot out the brake, don't do this, hit the gas. Nah, that's all I'm saying. But anyway.
Yeah, I understand that part, but it's like, man, let people think whatever they want to think. I mean, the proof is in the pudding.
But they hurt my feelings, Sheila. They used to call me a hater. They called me a hater. I can't take it no more.
All right. Look, I've been called worse than that.
I just want to be liked by everybody. And they don't like me.
Look, I like you, Coach.
Thank you, Sheila. Now I feel better.
I like it. But anyway, let me tell you something else. Let me go.
All right, tell me your last line. I'm going to get up out of here.
And the topic at hand.
All right.
As it been mentioned, Eli did it, John Elway did it. And now, I'm not saying just now that it's a big deal, but people are like, well, what you think about that? Is like Archie Manning did the stuff for, you don't think he had some input about Eli?
Say that again. I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm lost. Say that again. I'm lost.
I said, like the thing with Prime saying, where he wanted Sheduer and, like possibly no cold weather teams and on and on and on.
Okay.
I'm saying Archie Manning did the same thing with Eli.
Okay. Yes.
You don't think he had anything to do with Eli?
Of course. Sure he
did. In that situation?
Sure he did.
Because Eli didn't want to play for San Diego.
That's right.
And they worked it out that he didn't play for San Diego.
That's correct.
So what's the difference?
Like I said, I agree. If you have the leverage, you've earned it, you've built it, you use your leverage. It's just that simple. I don't have a problem in any of these things that Coach Prime do. I really don't. If he wants to use his leverage and be the mouthpiece or the spokesperson for them, and they okay with it, I'm okay with it. I don't necessarily care. I really don't. I'm cool with it. And that's just what it is. I don't have a dog in the fight one way or the other in that sense.
No,
because money is not an
I'm
issue
just
for
saying,
them.
I'm just saying for those people who think it's such a big deal and they flabbergasted that he said something like that, it's like, give me a break. So I'm not necessarily saying that it's you, but I'm just saying anybody out there that's got an issue with it, it's like, I didn't hear all of this when Eli and Archie Manning and John Elway and his daddy. Oh, nobody said anything. But now, since it's Coach Prime, you can't do it. It's like, give me a break. And he treats Travis like his son, and so he's got some input. And you use it how you use it, because that's what they did. That's what Elway and his daddy did, and Eli and his daddy. That's what they did. So
that's right. Sure
it's
did.
like, give me a break, let it go. And then, and the other thing is, he didn't say where he wanted him to play. He just said there's certain places that he won't play. So, it is what it is. And if he can make it work, then more power to him. And the last but not least is what was that other one about Shadur and versus the round 1 through 4? I just think, who Coach Prime is, and that's what he does. And if you say it enough, you might convince some folks that that's what needs to happen, that they go 1 through 4. So if that can happen and you can make it work, I think the thing is that he say out loud what other folks don't want to say about stuff. And there's a lot of people, if people doing worse stuff, like he just said he didn't want his son to play somewhere. What's his name? Caleb Williams and Marvin Harrison and all them folks. Like, I ain't doing none of that stuff you want me to do. That's tradition. See, that's where I get confused. Like, tradition is, I don't know if it's okay that these guys decide, I don't want to run, I don't want you looking at my health, I don't want you to do nothing that you've traditionally done at this combine. And I'm not going to do it. And so, but then somebody say, well, I don't want my son to play here. They ain't saying they ain't doing all the stuff, but that's what these people got against Coach Prime. They think that tradition is not okay to follow tradition, because ain't nothing about college football right now traditional. But
I agree with that.
If Coach Prime do something that they consider traditional, then he just got to go down. He can't be saying that stuff, and I'm just getting over it after a while.
I got you. I appreciate it, Sheila. Like I said, I get it. I don't have an issue. They do what they choose. The only thing I will say is only people with leverage can do this. For example,
exactly.
Coach Prime is the leverage, right?
You got the leverage.
He's the leverage.
You don't think Archie Manning had that leverage for Eli?
That's correct. Archie Manning has the leverage. John Elway's leverage was, I'll go play baseball, right?
Mm-hmm.
And again, I don't remember that. That was before my time. I was a young kid. So,
was it? Good Lord, Coach.
No, I'm saying, I saw John Elway play, but I'm talking about him being drafted. I was very young.
Oh.
I wasn't watching, what happened, So, but I'll just simply saying the average Joe can't do what these guys are doing. But that's also back to my analogy about the lead singer of the group. They are the lead singer. That's their leverage. They are what make the engine move. Without the lead singer, how many of y'all go? Let's be honest. Without the lead singer of SWV, would y'all go listen to them other two ladies sing? Hell no.
I don't know how they sing, but
exactly.
No.
That's my point. You don't know how they sing. You just hear them in the back. La 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 la.
Yeah.
But that man, when she get up there, can you woo
woo
woo?
Song that you know.
Woo woo woo
you
woo.
Going to see them. Here's what I'm saying. You're going to see them because you've listened to their music and you know who's singing and you know who it is. And so she just happened to be the lead season. We just hadn't heard the other ones, and maybe they could be the lead season.
Maybe they could, but right now they
you
not.
would have heard a CD or something beforehand.
Guess what?
See
Yeah,
what I'm
Lily.
saying?
Shout out to Reggie. Lily was Lily real one. The other one, I forgot her name. She ended up marrying Eddie George. But anyway.
Eddie George. That one married to Eddie George.
She got a strong jaw.
Yeah. So anyway, Coach, I'm gonna let you go, but I just wanted to say those things and let you know I still like you though. I don't hate you.
I appreciate that,
but
Sheila. Thank you so much. Make me feel better.
I mean, you cool with me.
Thank you, Sheila. Y'all make me feel better.
As if that matters, but you cool with me.
It does matter. You gonna have that red gold velvet cake for your boy?
One of these days.
I like it.
One of these days, watch it, good Lord, make it happen.
You gonna make it happen? Colorado play. Listen, Colorado play Central Florida. You coming to the game in Orlando?
Nah, I can't come.
Hey.
I'm a caregiver for my mother, so.
Oh, okay, I understand that. That's fair. I understand.
Yep. But anyway, Coach, I hope that when I don't never be trying to predict no thing because we don't even know what's going on. We just saw we seen 3 practices of spring ball. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't know what's happening. We don't know who's starting where. See, I don't like when I get to places where they say, well, what you think their record going to be? I don't even watch those YouTube.
Oh, okay. Because see, I'm going to just say, I'm coming. Oh, I got Lexus back on the line. Well, I got my 2 ladies over here. Should I put y'all both on the same line? I don't know. Last time y'all was a little, y'all was cat.
No, it's all good. It's all good.
I know y'all just playing. Because, Coach keep it under control. I ain't playing with you. Anyway,
yeah, it's all
I'll
good.
say this, Sheila. How about this? The next time you cook a cake or make one, just email me a picture. That'll suffice for now. That'll be
all
fair.
right, I got you.
That'll be fair. All right.
I got
Sheila, I thank you so
Coach,
much.
Take care.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Bye.
Bye. All right, shout out to Sheila. Real quick, I gotta give some love here. Oh, wrong thing. Sorry. All right, shout out here. I'm gonna just say Jen Brooklyn, because I don't like to give out their names. Jen Brooklyn for the $5 on Cash App that says, let me see. For handling these, oh Jesus Christ. For handling these delusional cult members. Thank you, Jen Brooklyn. I appreciate that. Thank you for the $5 on Cash App. For handling these delusional cult members. Thank you. I'm going to let that stay up there. Oh, Lord, I went too far. Lord. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Y'all ain't see that. Oh, Lord. Let me take this thing now if I get somebody messed up, man. I tried to be cool and messed up. Sorry. Y'all ain't see that. All right. I ended up closing the phone line. Let me close the phone line, and we'll go from here. All right, last caller of the night. Lexus done call back in. Rawhide, you ain't going to call in? Really flawed. Y'all ain't going to call in? Really flawed. I need you to call in, really flawed. I've been trying to follow. I've been trying to follow your recipe, and it's been hard. I backslid a little bit. But I'm all right. If that's G&J, thank you, G&J. Can't believe y'all ain't going to call in. That's terrible. She named the daughter Alexis. How you doing, Alexis? We back.
Hi. First of all, I'm gonna make a statement, then I'm gonna ask my question for why I
my
call
God,
that.
sound like I'm in trouble.
Don't you be trying to start no mess between me and Sheila. Sheila and I are good. Don't you start trying to tell no mess.
I didn't start no mess.
You come up missing. You understand me? What I'm saying to you?
I didn't
Don't you be trying to start no mess. You're a little mess starter.
Sometimes a man want to see. Sometimes a
agree.
man want to see the ladies fight over him.
I wasn't fighting over you.
Oh, you not fighting?
God ain't put breath in a man worth of fight. You understand me? Don't you start that.
I thought you would fight for my love.
Here's my question.
I'm sorry.
Here's my question. I you know I don't like your 5 o'clock, 7:30 show you do that the Hayes Street mess. But I did hear you say something about NFL rule changing. What is that about?
It's on the 7:30 show.
What was it about, Whopperhead?
It was on the Hayes Street show. It was on the Hayes Street show.
What was it about? What rule are they changing?
The one that they didn't have before. Nah.
What was that?
The one that they just made up this year.
Oh, then what rule changed?
They changed the rule.
What rule?
The one that they didn't have.
What rule they didn't have?
The one that's on first.
What's the rule that they changed?
Who's on second?
Stop playing so much.
You hurt my feelings. You hurt my feelings.
Get over it. Don't be talking about your feelings hurt. You can't let your feelings hurt when then you come on and do a show and be critical and hurting everybody else's feelings. Then when somebody hit you back in the mouth, don't be hitting me in the mouth and then complain to me when I hit you back in the mouth that your mouth is bleeding.
I ain't hurt nobody feeling. I hurt your feelings.
No, you know you can't hurt my feelings because I can handle your little tail. You understand? But you know how you do sometimes. It's just like the other lady. What the other caller said. Sometimes you don't.
So based on really flawed,
around the edges.
Based on really flawed's video, which if you haven't seen it, she clearly said that you guys would consider me a hater, but you can't really say why I'm a hater. Is that where we are with this right now?
No, I can say why. I can say why. I can I don't. Let me say this.
All right,
serious.
Tell me, because you're the last caller tonight. So tell me.
Hater. I don't think you a hater. However,
there you go.
I can understand based on some commentary why you would be considered one.
So tell me why.
Let me give you one great example.
Perfect.
When you was having a conversation about Sheduer,
okay,
and how you were talking about, anything can happen. He can slip up and break a toe. Well, this is just an example now. He can slip up and break his toe or something.
Shoelace. Shoelace.
He can break a shoelace, whatever you said. He said, but he didn't do that. He actually broke his back. And I remember when you said that with a Truck and Chubby on with you.
Mm-hmm.
And when you said it with Truck and Chubby on with you, Truck and Chubby said, oh, wait a minute. He said, Coach, that ain't funny. Not that you were laughing, but the demeanor and which you said it wasn't cool at all. That's why Truck and Chubby said, that's not funny. Not that you was, because you weren't laughing.
No, I wasn't laughing.
But the way you said it was not pleasant at all, which would make a person that thinks you are a hater look at that and say, okay, he hates. And then, let me give you another example, because you always talk about anybody tell you something. Let me tell you.
I'm listening.
Let me give you another example.
Mm-hmm.
When you talked about the coach, at first you were talking about, they ain't going to get no coach from the NFL, blah, 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 blah. And your commentary was suggesting that Colorado was not going to get a coach from the NFL. And then when
that's not what I said, but that's not what I said. That's not what I said, though.
You notice my words. Notice my words.
Mm-hmm.
Notice my words.
Mm-hmm.
Your content was suggest that Colorado was kind of bluffing, or Deion was just blowing smoke, basically. Prime was blowing smoke when he was talking about, I'm just waiting the season on, I'm just doing this and that and the third, because we're going to get an NFL player. It was kind of like he was saying, bull. if you're an intelligent person like I am, I can read between the lines. And you were saying bull to that. But then when it happened, and he got a NFL coach, NFL caliber type coach, then you came on and did a show and said, he is not a splash high. Now, I'm just talking about stuff. You asked me to give you examples. So I'm just talking about stuff that would make people that'll seriously think you're a hater, because I'm not one of those people. I'm honestly not. But I'm just calling out stuff that would make people that say you are a hater toward Prime would make me understand why they would say that disease thing. But then when the little whopper head man came to Miami, that coached, and you didn't say that about him. You didn't come on and say it. Matter of fact, I had to come on
whopper head, but which coach? Which coach?
Say to you,
which coach?
Chevy, what's his name? Chevy. What's his name? The one that Miami hired. And you didn't come on and say, okay, he's not a splash hire. So at first, your commentary leaned towards Coach Prime is full of crap, talking about it's going to be an NFL coach that come to me. And then when an NFL coach comes, then you get on to say, he is not a splash hire.
So can I say
those are
so?
the
Hold on,
type of
Lexus.
commentary
Okay, but Lexus, but see,
to make somebody consider you.
Okay, so Lexus, here's the problem. Let me work this backwards.
Okay.
The difference between Robert Livingston, me saying he's not a splash hire, and Shevis Jackson at Miami not saying he's a splash hire, because nobody at Miami said that we're going to have a splash hire. Colorado, Coach Prime, and what's the guy's name from 247? The coach, the high school guy that he was coaching high school, and then I guess he works for 247. He put the tweet out. Carl Reed, I think it's Carl Reed. Carl Reed said it's going to be NFL's going to be a splash hire, 3-head exploding emoji. See, the problem is you guys, and I'm speaking in general here, you guys build up something so high, but it doesn't come to fruition. See, the difference is, you would be 1,000% correct, Lexus, if Mario Cristobal came out and said, yeah, we finna hire a DB coach, he's gonna be a splash hire. Excuse me.
Did Coach Prime say that?
Yeah, yes. Yes, he
Coach
did.
Prime said the word splash hire.
No, excuse me, hold on. I'm choked up. He said these gonna be NFL guys with a ton of experience, all of that stuff. I'll let y'all go with it, but hear me out. Hear me out. The whole narrative was this guy's a splash hire. So when I said he's not a splash hire, I was just telling you what the narrative was being painted about the guy in which they're going to hire. I didn't say it was a bad hire. It's just not a splash hire, right? Because, excuse me, everybody kept talking about all these big name people. All right. That's why.
Let me give you another.
Hold on. I don't want to, because I got two of them. I gotta refute two of these things. Okay, so why I did not make the same response to Miami, because nobody said we're going to have this splash hire or a big time hire as a defensive back coach. And
Coach Pride didn't say it either.
Okay.
You can't blame Coach Pride for what the other man said.
The man just said, I came out of the interview with Coach Prime. Remember, he did the interview.
You know that, though, that Coach Prime said it.
He said, okay, let me pull up let me go. Hold on, I'll pull up the call. I'll read it. If it's still up. But anyway, that's that. What's the first thing you said? I said about an NFL guy. That's not what I said. I said that at this late date, because I've seen this play already with Miami, I said this late date, you're not going to get a big name guy, because big name guys are already being taken off the board. You can see the play, but see, the thing is, you guys are looking at, and again, speaking generically here, you guys are looking at what's said and not the context and what's being said. And that's the problem. See, you hear what I say, but you don't look at the entire context. What I said about Robert Livingston was he's not a big name guy. That doesn't mean the guy can't coach. He's not a big name guy. just like the offensive line coach.
But Coach Hayes, you say stuff sometimes to try to insinuate a negative content.
That's on y'all though. That's how y'all look at it.
Call you a hater.
But that's how y'all look at it.
You say things often that will be considered a negative content towards Coach Prime, when really it ain't nothing that's a hill of beans. Example, here's another one.
I'm listening.
When you say that, I still think Coach I should do business. He should do visits. He should do visits. He should do home visits. You get on my nerves with that.
I did not say that.
On the other hand, hold on.
I'm listening.
But then on the other hand, you say he don't do high school recruit. He go through the portal. Now you do say, I will admit, I'll give you this. You do say, okay, if that's the way he want to do it, fine, that's the way he want to do it. Well, the answer to that is, if he do portal 90% or whatever the percentage is, I don't know, don't care. But if that's what he does mainly, he don't even many have in high school recruits. Now, but first of all, it ain't many home to go visit if you're going to have high school recruits.
That's what I said.
On one of your walks, I believe it was.
But that's what I said.
Transfer portal guys have already been through that.
I said that clearly. So, see, the problem is, like I said,
but you keep insinuating that you have, speaking on it, is if you have an issue with the fact that Coach Prime is not doing high school.
I only brought it up.
Lexus, talk about that. They would come to that conclusion.
Lexus, hold on.
That you have an issue with him not doing high school or not doing home visits.
Lexus, you know what? So why do you think I brought that up?
I don't know. Sometimes I think you bring it. I do think.
No, I'm asking you a question. I'm asking you a question. Why you miss him?
Which would be considered from a person, which would come from a person that's hated.
I'm asking you a question. Why? No, I asked you. Why do you think I didn't say keep saying it. Why do you think I brought this up when I did the walking video? Why do you think I brought it up?
Why did you bring it up?
Because he brought it up. He
talk about it
because he said it. Lexus,
he used the transfer portal mostly.
Lexus, because you didn't listen to the video. Lexus, you didn't listen to the video. You were anticipating what I said. First of all,
no, I did not. Don't tell me what I did.
I'm telling you. Oh, well, I'm telling you because
I'm real grown. I listened to the video.
Lexus, you can be super grown, but you're not listening. Lexus, you're not listening. I'm trying to tell you something.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
You asked me, you keep talking about it. I brought it up because he literally just broke it that day saying, let me tell y'all something, why I don't do high school visits. So therefore, as content creators, we like to talk about the latest topic, just like why am I talking about today the bold statements that he made about Travis Hunter in the NFL draft being picked 1 through 4. Why? Because that's what he said. Here's what I said in the video. I clearly said this in the video. I said that Coach Prime doesn't recruit out of out of high school. He has very little recruits, and they don't have to go to do home visits with transfer kids. I said, but for me, see, that's the part y'all missed. I said, but for me, I highly believe that high school recruiting is important because recruiting is the lifeblood of football. I said, but for a guy that's hold on, but that's exactly what I said. Then I said, okay. But then I said, it is Coach Prime. College football coaches have complete autonomy to do what they want to do with their program. At the end of the day, it's about winning and losing. As long as he's winning, it's okay. If he doesn't win, he's going to have to go. And that's in any college profession. That's where the problem is. I brought it up. The last time I brought this up was way back with Chico and them. And he told me, guess what? He doing a visit. They don't have to take the picture. He tell them not to take the picture. Well, guess what, Lexus? It seems like what I said 3, 4, 5 months ago seemed to come to fruition, that he doesn't do visits because there's no evidence. Now, when he comes out and says exactly what I said, the university says he has not done one. Guess what? Now I'm a hater, but I literally said 5 months ago he has not done one because there's no evidence of it. Because who doesn't have Coach Prime in their house and not post these things? Well, how do you know they're not going to do, right? They're not going to do the visit. He want them to keep the picture under wrap. That was what was said in that show. No problem. That's what y'all think. Well, now he comes out and says exactly what I said 5 months later, but I'm still considered the hater when he told you that. All I'm saying is, if y'all want to consider that as being hate, Lexus, because I'm talking about a current topic, then I'll be the hater. If you want to say that because I said in-home visits are important, then I'll be a hater. I said because there's a reason people do them. But if he doesn't want to do them, I've clearly said that's up to Coach Prime. He doesn't have to do them. It's at the end of the day, it's about W's and L's. That's it. I don't know what else to say to y'all. So if that made me seem like a hater, then I must hate on because I don't know what else I can say.
Giving you examples of things.
I know.
For me, I'm just gonna speak for myself right now.
Okay.
For me, the biggest one that I thought was rather ugly of you is when you had the conversation and your tone and how you spoke about the conversation about Shedur's injury. That
but let
was
me
the
go
one
back.
Even Truck and Trevor was like,
I don't
kind of cringe.
He'd be all right.
With the way
but he could cringe
because of.
But here's what. No, I said it.
Now you interrupted me.
I know because you already said that about that. So I do. That was the one I forgot.
Yeah.
So if you don't mind, I would like to read.
I said that was. You had already said that about the whole visit. You had already talked about that. Is every time Coach says you're gonna go do another video about it?
I might.
You had already talked about that.
If he keep bringing it up, but if he keep bringing it up, I'm gonna keep talking about it, Lexi. How about this? Why don't y'all tell him to stop bringing? Come on, man.
Why?
Why not?
Why?
Why not?
Why would you have to keep talking about the same thing over and over just because he said it more than one time? If you have made your point about a particular issue, why would you have to keep on talking about it?
Because it's you. Because it's YouTube.
Those are the type of
it's
things.
YouTube.
You ask the question, I'm giving you the answer.
Okay.
Those are the type of things that would make a person that considers you a hater, me say, okay, when I see this, okay, I can kind of understand why they call him one. I never said I thought you was one, and I still don't to this day. I'm answering your question because you keep saying, can't nobody ever calling me a hater, and can't nobody.
And you still haven't said anything I said that's hating.
Here's several things.
The only thing you said is my demeanor and my tone.
And the biggest one for me, even though I still don't call you a hater behind it, but the biggest one for me, I have to agree with Truck and Chubby and others. That I didn't like your tone and the way you spoke.
That's what they all say.
Sheduer's injury.
What did I say?
Because
I said, okay, hold on, Lexus.
Nobody's injury because it's not funny.
I never made a joke. I said.
I know you didn't make a joke. You were, but the way in which you said it.
Okay, if you let me respond.
Go listen to yourself sometime.
It came out my mouth. They ain't got to hear it.
The way in which you said it was not cool.
It was the way in which you. It was the way in which you. But hold on. Yeah, but you keep hold on. You keep saying the same thing over and over and over, Lexus. So guess what? Why you got to keep saying the same thing over and over? I heard you the first time.
Videos over and over and over.
There you go.
You keep doing the same videos over and over about the same thing.
And you keep watching them. And you keep watching them.
Opportunity to criticize.
And you keep watching them.
Disagree about with Coach Prime.
And you keep watching.
You ask somebody to give you a reason. Then when I give you a reason, you get an attitude.
I don't have an attitude.
So
I was trying to.
A reason. Now I'm giving you a reason.
So
now
Lexus,
you get an attitude.
I don't have
it all in your voice and all in your little face and everything.
I
now you can't handle the truth. You ask for a reason, and I'm giving you one. I'm giving you several.
I'll let you
and you keep doing videos over and over. So why can't I repeat? You keep doing the same old videos of the stuff you don't like, or you disagree with, or you would do differently with Coach Prime. And you keep doing them over and over and over again.
How many videos have I done about home visits?
Yourself.
How many videos have I done about home visits? How many videos have I done about home visits?
I mean, that video about the thing about the going to the school, doing the home visits. I don't know how many of them you've done.
I bet you can't find nothing but one. I bet you can't find nothing. I bet you can't find nothing but one. I bet you can't find nothing but one. I got one video that I made specifically when I was walking. The other ones came up through our conversations. So other than that, that's just your feelings.
I'm talking about you talking about it in general, Coach Hayes. Over and over again. We get it. You disagree. You would be doing it different. Next, can we move on?
Yeah, but you keep watching.
Disagree.
You keep watching.
Disagree with Coach Prime. You would be doing it differently if you were Coach.
Okay, listen, that's fine. Let me go to this. Hold on, but let me go to this about the back injury. The context of that conversation, I was telling them when it came up about the shoelace, when I was talking go back to the life in football video, because this is where all this stems from for whatever reason. And I asked questions about if a young man got, and I don't like to use hurt. That's why I know it wasn't about a toe. I always say a shoelace. And I brought that up. And then when Truck and Chubby was on there and we were talking about it, and I said, man, people asked about a young man if he would get hurt. I said, matter of fact, he even broke his back because he'd been sacked so many times and they had done nothing to try and protect and help this young man by running the football and take the pressure off of him. Now, here's where the biggest problem comes. One thing about things and people, I can say something one way, but you can receive it another. And I can't help how you receive something. I wasn't laughing. You are like if I was on here talking about, but he had a broken back too. I didn't do that.
You said he broke his back. You said it like you were cheering on about it.
I said it. I said it.
I can put it like this.
Find the video and send it to me.
I understand Truck and Chubby's immediate response when you said it.
I don't give a shit what Truck and Chubby had to say.
I can understand why he did that. Let me just say that. And I know you're the only one right on earth, Coach Hayes. Everybody else wrong.
I didn't say it was right.
But I'm just saying I can understand Truck and Chubby's reaction because of how you said it.
Okay.
I can understand his reaction.
And I'm going to go find that video and watch it. I'm going to find that video and watch it.
I'm asking you if you're going to be the country creator to take some of that in heart, honey. That's all. If you're really not a hater, take some of that in good country, good critique. Is that okay?
Constructive criticism. I'm with you. I'm with you.
Instead of getting all defensive.
I'm not defensive.
That's probably why people didn't call and tell you the reason why they thought you were a hater, because they knew you were going to act like you acting right now.
But Lexus, you have not said, Lexus.
Learn to receive the criticism help you be better.
No, but see, you just talking because you know what you've said.
No, I'm not just talking.
Yeah, but you know what you've said, Lexus.
The reasons why people can consider you as being a hater.
I tried really flawed. I tried.
My goodness, Coach Hayes, I hope you're not going to the hater side. I'm just telling you.
I'm already on the dog side.
I gave you the answer.
Okay.
And now you don't like the answer, so now you're getting a little chip on your shoulder.
I don't have
a chip on. You to knock the chip off. Get over it. Get over yourself. Take it in. It's okay. It ain't the end of the world.
You're right. So anyway, with all that being said, listen, what I'm trying to tell you is you still have not said anything different but my demeanor and my tone. That's the only thing you've said. You haven't said anything different but my demeanor and my tone. That's it. You haven't said anything different. You've done a lot of talking, but you still haven't said anything different but my demeanor and my tone.
I'm going to tell you right now, you have said some stuff to be really negative towards Coach Prime.
Hold up.
And I can understand.
Can I say this, Lexus? Hold on, Lexus. Lexus, do you mind? Lexus.
The result.
Lexus, do you mind this? Hold on, Lexus.
Nobody tells you one thing. So when I come and tell you several things that people would probably consider the reasons why they call you a hater, then you get all defensive and get in your
because you take because you take it out of context.
I don't care about your fake move, but I'm gonna tell you. But I'm answering your question because for the longest, you sit up there and say that can't nobody say one thing. Can't nobody give me one reason. Well, now I'm giving you one reason. And there you go. You can do what you want to do with it. You ain't got to receive it.
Yeah, I ain't gonna do nothing.
Receiving it. But I'm just telling you now.
Okay,
to answer your question, that's why people call you a hater.
That's fine. I'll be that. I'll be that.
That's why I personally sometimes be scratching my head myself.
And
I don't think he's a hater. I really don't. And then sometimes I have to say that to convince myself that I don't think you won.
Okay.
So it's like,
let me turn sideways so I get a word inside. Can I get a word in sideways? I'll turn my head sideways.
I'm just gonna say this. And you can get all the words you want to get in after this. I'm just gonna say this.
It sounds like you got a little attitude now, Lexus. Relax, Lexus. Don't do that.
That's all I'm gonna say. Now I'm gonna listen to you.
Okay. Would you mind clearing this up? Reggie said, "Did he just mute her? Did I mute you, Lexus?"
Yes, you did.
Lexus,
and you know you did.
Lexus,
anyway.
Watch this. If I muted you,
grown, so I ain't tripping.
Lexus, I didn't mute you. Lexus, don't do that. My hand's right here.
You did. Yeah, you did.
All right, so I can't help you with that.
But anyway,
Lexus, why would I? If I muted you, guess what? If I mute you, this is what it sounds like. If I mute you, it'll tell you were just muted. I just muted you right now, and when I unmute you, it'll say you're unmuted. Just like
but
you
I
said.
got some kind of recording talking about press some or press something.
I didn't do that.
So
that's what I'm
why
saying.
They said that. That's why he asked that.
Okay, but I didn't do that. This is what I'm trying to tell you. But see, that's what I'm saying. I want to make sure I clear that up because it did go silent on my side too. But I want to make sure because when I just muted you, Lexus, what did it say?
It said muted.
Okay. Did you hear that the first time?
I heard press some number or something.
Okay. I just want to make sure we clear. I just want to make sure we clear it. So if I mute you, it tells you muted. So because I knew that was gonna be an issue. I didn't want to say that, but I will say this: I don't have a chip on my shoulder. I hear what you're saying.
Yes, you do.
Okay.
I know a chip when I see one.
Hold up. I'm gonna do you like you do me. You can't tell me if I got a chip on my shoulder. I'm super grown.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
No, you
You
can't.
can tell Coach Prime what to do, so I can tell you got a chip on your shoulder.
I ain't tell Coach Prime what to do. He could go out there. He could go out there and go 12-0.
So I'm just telling you, you have your moments where you do sound like a hater. That's all. You ain't got to be one. But that's where it comes from, Coach Hayes. You ask the question, I'm getting you the answer.
I tried really flawed to keep my sandwich clean. I couldn't do it. Fuck that. I ain't doing that. So anyway, I appreciate it though, Lexus. I thank you. But I'm gonna go watch that clip and I'm gonna actually play it and I'm gonna listen to it. You told me to go listen to myself. See, one thing I do listen to is constructive criticism, and I'm gonna go play that clip with Truck and Chubby. And when we come back on here, we're gonna matter of fact, when we come back on here, I want you to call back in and we're gonna play it again live on the show. That clip.
Okay, because then Truck and Chubby had the same reaction when you said what you said. I'm gonna be honest.
Okay, good. I'm gonna make sure we play it. All right.
Okay.
Have a good one, baby. I'll see you later. Make sure my dinner ready.
All right.
All right now.
Bye-bye.
Bye now. All right, I got 2 calls in here and I'm gonna lock this. I got J Love T on the building. J Love, what's up with you, man?
What up, Coach Hayes?
Going on. I'm chilling, man. What's up with you, bro? What's your thoughts on this whole thing?
Bless. They call you a hater. Boy. They gonna hate me.
Oh.
Listen, man. How dare Deion open his mouth and think he's Archie Manning? Don't get me wrong, Deion, Coach Primetime. You are one of the greatest backpedalers in the history of mankind.
Mm-hmm.
And that's for humans and Neanderthals. But stop it. Sheduer he's not on the same level as the Manning legacy at the QB position. We don't even know what he's going to be. 2 things happened this summer that made Sheduer go back. That makes me weary. He threw his teammates under the bus. That's not qualities of a number 1 pick. And now, Daddy brought that pressure to him. See, y'all call Coach Hayes a hater. Y'all just don't know. And let me take his spot as one of the biggest Colorado haters. Sheduer has done little to nothing. He's never had any adversity since he's got to the college football level. Everything has been handed to him. He had his dad to babysit him from the get-go to now. And now Deion is telling NFL teams that, he only can go to certain spots. Stop it. Come on, Primetime. You better than that. The only reason why I'm not going to go harder, because you're a black man just like me, and you're a black father just like me. But for him to open his mouth and say that, and then put that pressure on Shadur, he tried to sneak Shiloh in low key. We bypassed that, but that's fine. But I respect you as a coach. I respect you as a role model, as a father of what you've done. I respect you as a black head coach. But if you don't check your kid, you're leading him to the wrong path. Now, if he was a cornerback, that's a different story. You can talk about Travis Hunter, talk about he can go to certain places, because he's that dude. But no, I don't put Sheduer in that same category.
You don't think Sheduer could throw a ball?
None.
You don't think Sheduer could throw the football?
Sheduer could throw the football, but Sheduer is not a legacy quarterback. Let's be real now. Let's be real. Now, there is one argument, and I will back him up. And Coach Hayes, I know you're gonna back him up with this too. I don't like when people say, "Oh, well, Sheduer had a bad record. Well, why you should be a top 10 pick?" So John Elway, Peyton Manning never beat Florida. We're not gonna put that in perspective. So
yeah, but they weren't 4-8, dog. But they weren't 4-8 either, dog.
Yeah,
like,
that's true. That's true.
That makes
true.
a difference. I have to
That's
just
true.
call it a spade. They weren't 4-8.
That's true. That's true. You feel me? You know, I gotta put some point. You feel me? Because he's a brother. But for you to say, oh, he's only going to certain places. Man, we can't predict the future, Coach Hayes. If that was the case, we would have played the lottery and never have to work again, Coach Hayes.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know who's going to be. You don't know what head coach is like, man, listen, man, I'm ready to take a chance on this young man, man. I don't care no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
If it wasn't for, think about it, if it wasn't for Cliff Kingsbury, Kyle Murray wouldn't be the number one pick. He became the number one pick because he had somebody that believed in him.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't really work out, but it took someone to believe in him. And I think Deion is going away from his wisdom to arrogance. See, there's wisdom and there's arrogance. That statement he made was complete arrogance, and it didn't help him. So far, Shadur is not having a good offseason. Have a good night, Coach Hayes. Y'all thought Coach Hayes a hater. Whew. Call me Haterade.
Oh, damn. All right, J-Love. Let me get to the last call here tonight.
The conference has been locked.
0285 calling. Caller, talk to us. Give us your name, where you're calling from. You the last one of the night. Talk to us.
What's up, Coach Hayes? This is Cosmic Skills. How you doing?
Cosmic Skills, man. How you doing, brother?
Right. I got a question to ask you. Before then, I want to say that I'm proud of you on the caller before this last guy called, because I don't see how people can call in the show and tell you how to run your content. I don't agree with that.
What you mean?
But anyway.
What did he say?
Well, that woman, the woman that was trying to tell you about
how
many films you should run. I don't understand that. I mean, you did better than me.
Yeah, but like I told Lexus, you still watch it though. And the thing is, what I've realized about this, and I'm not trying to be funny, and what's amazing to me is people hear some things and they see things in which they want to look at it. But if things come up in conversations, then that's just how it comes up. But I've literally only made one video that was made for that one particular topic due to the fact that Coach Prime stopped a press conference to address it.
Right. I watched it.
Right. But he stopped. He said, hold on. Let me tell y'all something about this home visit stuff. And so therefore, Sports Illustrated, ESPN, everybody else picked it up, but Coach Hayes ain't supposed to talk about it because I mentioned it 5 months ago. Come on, man.
ESPN was talking about it. Everybody was talking about it.
And here's the beauty. That's why it's called YouTube. YouTube. Right?
Right.
But I tell you, if they don't want to watch it, don't watch it. I would appreciate it if you watch it, but if you don't, that's okay. Right? But go ahead. I'm listening.
Okay, well, like I said, I just appreciate you, because if it had been me, I'd have hung up. But now I got a question for you.
No, because they'll tell you that. I'm sorry to cut you off, brother, because they'll say that I muted her. I didn't mute her. It's a computer, dog. Like, people don't understand.
Right, I said
these
I
are computers.
You said mute, I say hang up.
Yeah. But what I'm saying, when I muted her, it says, you have been muted. The lady comes on, right? When I unmuted you, what did it say?
You have been, yeah, I know.
Right. It talks to you. So if it didn't say that, then if it told you to press something, I don't know. It's a computer, dog. But I know everybody think, because it ain't like, here's the funny thing. I'm going to just say this and be very honest. It's amazing how people watch, and I'm going to now this is where the chip on my shoulder. People watch free content, don't donate, but they want Ritz-Carlton shit.
Right.
See, that's the part that amazes me. They want you to have like we're a real radio company up in here. Like, I got producers and everybody up here taking your calls. Shout out to Jen.
Right.
But I'm saying, everybody think you're supposed to have all this exquisite stuff. Don't donate shit. But we supposed to be a Sirius XM radio up in here. So anyway,
I understand that. I mean, it's all.
let me put my chip back on my shoulder, motherfuckers. Go ahead.
All right, like I said, it's all in fun. But if I call to talk to you and we're gonna have a conversation, each person gets the same respect to talk. You know, I ain't gonna call in your show and tell you what to do. That just didn't make sense to me. Okay, but anyway, this question is about Sheduer and Travis, and the key word is healthy. So let's say they go 8-4.
Okay.
Not 9-3. Let's just say they go 8-4, and Shadur goes over 4,000 passing. Is he a top 1-2 pick?
I don't know, dog, because it depends on, like, I think Carson Beck is a problem for him. And when I mean for him, I'm talking about in comparison. I think it's a no, I'm talking about performance and everything, right? I think Carson Beck is.
So one question. Do you think this one question? I'm gonna talk. I'm not gonna.
Nah, you good, man. Go ahead. Say your piece.
Put Carson Beck on Colorado, dude. Then would your response be the same?
I hear that, and I hear what you're saying. I don't know. I really can't speak for that. I believe, maybe not. I don't know. But can I tell you this? The draft people don't think that way either. They're looking at results. They're looking at film. They're not playing that if he's on this team or that team. They're drafting him based on what he's doing with that team and how he fits in our system. I get where you're coming from. Right? I'm not, no, Shadur did his thing. I don't know how many different ways I could tell the people. I can tell the people that. But when I look at it, the stuff, you know what I mean? It's not easy. It's not an easy pick, because how do you skip the national championship winning guy? How do you skip over this guy for a guy potential? I'm not saying it doesn't happen. Don't get me wrong. I'm just talking about how GMs and pro scouts and owners who are spending all this money, how they look at things. I'm not saying that Sheduer could not get picked over a Carson Beck, but I do think Carson Beck poses a problem in that thing. I may be wrong, but I'm just saying.
Well, if Miami have a good year, you think Ward could possibly move up in the top 10?
It all depends on how he plays. You see, quarterbacks only need 1 year. We literally saw Dwayne Haskins. Dwayne Haskins played 1 year at Ohio State. I was actually at that Michigan-Ohio State game when J.T. Barrett got hurt and Dwayne Haskins came in.
Right.
So it's hard to project that. We literally see people who come in, have one season, just one, and go top pick. But then we'll see an Anthony Richardson from Florida who did not throw a college football touchdown in his first 3 college games of his senior year. He did not throw a touchdown in the first 3 games of his senior year and get picked, 4th overall? So it's always a crap shoot. It could be stats. It could be potential. It could be need. It could be a bunch of different things. And that's why I say I get where y'all coming from about, Shedur's on this team, that team. That may be a factor as well. But we literally saw Anthony Richardson, as bad as Florida looked. What was Florida that year? 7-5, maybe 6-6. And
I think they were 7-5.
He got picked 4th overall. But the difference is he's 6'5", 240 pounds. That's the difference.
Right. And he had a cannon. As far as Travis being healthy and have a good year, you see him in the top 3, or are you gonna go by team needs again?
It is team needs. If I don't need a corner, if I'm the first, again, we don't know who these guys are going to be. I think it's fair to say top 10. I think when you narrow it down to the top 4, I think you're making the pool so small.
Well, ask me why I say that. The reason why I say that is because I think Travis is like a generational player.
He may be, but I'm not going to pay you. I'm not going to pay you generational money if I don't need you. And you got to remember, it's money involved, dog. You got contract. Again, I'm just talking. If you bring him in as a corner, and I got my top 2 starting corners on the next 4 or 5 year contract. Am I willing to pay him top 2 money? And these 2 guys I have are producers. They're producing. See, we got to get back to that emotion piece that it's business. These guys crunch numbers. They're saying cornerback A and cornerback B produce well. They got 4 years left on their contract, whatever. Am I going to now go get a Sheduer, Travis Hunter, bring him into this program, trade this guy off, pay out this contract, is he worth that much when I got 2 guys producing? They're veterans in the league. Say they're 26, 27, so they got good years ahead of them. They're not on the back end of their career. It's a lot that goes into this. It's a lot of moving pieces, and I don't think people look at it that way. I think a lot of people look at it for the right now. They're looking at it right on the face value, and they're not pulling back the layers of the onion and understand how this draft thing works. Bro, here goes a perfect example. Perfect example. Hold on, let me do this. Let me show you exactly how this thing works. Let's pick up 2023 draft. Right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to show y'all something, how this thing works.
Got you going in the lab now, Coach.
No, because I want to show y'all something. You know who Devin Witherspoon is?
Devin Witherspoon.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what position he played, but I know he was good.
Why? Because I'm looking at the draft? But you don't know where he's from? You know what school he's from?
Witherspoon. Did he come out of Florida State?
Nope.
No, I don't know who he is then.
You know who he got drafted by?
Who?
I'm asking you.
No,
Exactly. He was the 5th pick overall, cornerback from Illinois, went to Seattle Seahawks.
Wow.
That's my point.
I definitely.
That's my point, right? Like, how about this? You know who Tyree Wilson is?
Tyree Wilson. Is he a cornerback?
Nope.
No.
He's the 7th pick overall, went to the Raiders, a defensive end from Texas Tech. So what yes, this is what I'm telling you.
Wow.
So people get caught up in names and all this. It's all on need. Some of the big names, we know they're going to go. But I just gave you 2 names in the top 10 that you've never heard of. But you've heard of Bryce Young, right?
Yeah.
You heard of CJ Stroud, right? You heard of CJ Stroud.
Right.
You heard of Will Anderson Jr.
Yep, Alabama, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You heard of Anthony Richardson, right?
Right.
You heard of Paris Johnson?
No.
I have, but offensive tackle from Ohio State.
Okay.
You heard of Bijan Robinson, right?
Right. Running back, Texas, yeah.
You heard of Jalen Carter?
Yeah.
Have you heard of Darnell Wright?
Georgia.
Darnell Wright.
Sound familiar, but I can't put him nowhere.
So here just prove my point. 4 of the 10 you've never heard of. Darnell Wright is an offensive tackle from Tennessee, which I understand he's an old lineman. And you even named the schools the other ones went to. Paris Johnson, an offensive tackle from Ohio State. Devin Witherspoon is a cornerback from Illinois. And what was the other dude Tyree Wilson is a defensive end from Texas Tech. That's 4 dudes in the top 10 that you don't know about.
Right. Never heard of them.
Exactly. But they must have did something to be a top 10 pick. The other names are bigger names, right? So I get it, right? They always in the news. But these guys don't draft people because of names. They don't draft people because of teams. These are the first picks. This is what I'm trying to tell people. People don't understand this.
It's more needs than names, is what you're saying.
It's always about need. What you think the draft is for?
Got you. I got you.
Let me ask you this: you think the Kansas City Chiefs would draft? You think the Kansas City Chiefs would draft Sheduer Sanders?
No.
Why not?
Because they already got a
exactly
quarterback.
That's my point. That's all I'm saying is that the draft is a lot of it is about need more than it is who's popular.
How much money did they get that quarterback in Atlanta out of Minnesota? Kirk Cousins.
I don't know, bro. I couldn't tell you. I really couldn't tell you.
Was it over 2 or 3 years? Because I know it was 100-something thousand.
I don't know. I really don't know. I really couldn't tell you. I don't know.
I mean, the demonstration that you gave me, it put a lot of stuff in perspective.
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. I just like people. This was, like I said, this was part of why I said, you say the things you say. Here's a perfect example, right? Another example. You ever heard of J.C. Horn?
J.C. Horn?
Mm-hmm.
No.
He was the 8th pick in the 2021 draft from South Carolina. We're talking about the top draft here. North Dakota State picks up Trey Lance. The 3rd pick overall in that draft comes from North Dakota State.
Right. Somebody in the chat said Kirk Cousins got a 4-year contract for $180 million. So
may have. I can't. I don't because I can't speak.
No, not in the stream. Somebody in the chat put it in there.
I got you.
Studio One Live.
Studio One. Okay. I would take it for what it's worth. I would say, hey, okay, cool, and they'll go fact check it. That's the best I could tell you. But yeah, I just, like I said, I don't know in that sense. But these are the things when people talk about the draft, I think we get caught up in our name. I remember this like the day is long. I remember my Miami Dolphins when it drafted a nickelback from Wisconsin, Jamal Fletcher. I'm like, we spent a 1st round draft pick picking Jamal, a nickelback. Out of all the offensive line needs, we went and got a nickelback. 1st round draft pick. I remember that. No, I'm like, Jamar Fletcher. I remember this like yesterday. Jamar Fletcher played 7 seasons. He was a 1st round pick. And I'm like, we getting a nickelback? And I'm like, we got a nickelback from Wisconsin. That's what it ended up being. But anyway, yeah, that's just how I say, man.
Before I let you go,
sure.
Everybody's saying that the room is if Coach Prime getting Shadur set up for the Cowboys. I don't see it.
Bro.
I mean, it'd be classic. It would be nice because you got to look at marketability too. So, I mean, he's very marketable. So, I know that can mean something to him too, to a team. You can't say that it can't, Coach.
No, it definitely does.
I don't see.
But there's a lot of. I mean, it's the NFL. It's 32 teams. It's 32 teams, right?
Right.
Where I just ask people all the time, what's a bad market in the NFL? What would be a bad market?
I don't know. Maybe somebody whose jerseys don't sell as much, or
well, he should do.
I don't know.
So I'm asking, what team? What NFL team is bad? Like what would you? I'm not saying they're not something that's better. Like New York is a better marketing. I get that, but I'm saying what is bad?
Bad as far as like the record, or as far as like
no marketing. I'm just talking
location?
about marketing. Like
marketing.
What? Yeah.
Anywhere he go, he'll bring marketing to their establishment.
So you just said it. It don't matter where. You just proved my point. It don't matter where he goes.
I'm talking about, but the name, and the dude is a pretty good quarterback. That's what I'm saying. He's not just like the average quarterback that's coming out. You got to give Nick Coach Hayes.
I'm not saying he isn't. But you said he wants to. You said that it would be marketing, and I'm saying to you, what NFL team is bad marketing? It's only 32 teams. They make millions and millions and millions of dollars a year.
Regardless.
Regardless. So what market is bad? I'm just trying to figure out. It's the NFL. If you out there balling, ESPN and Fox and everybody else gonna talk about you. If you ain't balling, they ain't gonna talk about you. I don't care if you're in New York, the best market of them all. They're gonna talk about you if you bad, but they ain't gonna talk about you if you know what I'm saying.
Let me give a shout out to Really Flawed. How you doing, sweetheart? Well, okay, Coach Hayes. I appreciate you, man. Look here, keep doing what you're doing.
All right, brother. Thank you so much, man.
Okay.
All right. That was fun. Right there. Uh-oh. Did I kill something? All right. E. Brown says, breaking news, Dolphins will draft Sanders. Hey, come on, baby. I'll take it. Anyway. Listen, like I said, man, I think Coach Prime, as in conclusion here, I think Coach Prime will continue to be who he is. I don't have an issue whatsoever about these bold statements that he made in regards to where he wants his son to play. And if he feels that if it's not the right situation. Sorry, y'all. The thing came out. If he feels like it's not the right situation, that he will, as he said, it'll be an Eli, meaning he will use his leverage or use his celebrity to make it happen. And I understand that. It's your kid. Money is not an object here when it comes to that, right? Opportunity and fit is the ultimate goal, because you don't want to just say I made it to the league and you're in a bad situation, a bad whatever, and you're out the league in 4 or 5 years, right? You want to be sure that you can get in the league, go to the right place you want to go to, the place that may fit you the best with the coaches and with all of that kind of stuff, so you can go and have a career in the NFL, right? And so I totally understand that. Now, the 1 through 4, I thought is a little, how do I say, ambitious. If he would have said they both could go within the top 10, I would probably be a little bit more open to that, because when you give it within the top 5, it's so narrow. In the top 5, these guys are not drafting the popular choice always. In a sense, it's usually going to be a quarterback, because usually the worst team is the worst team in the NFL who gets the first pick, because the quarterback play is bad. The problem I have, and I'm just saying this, is he may go first. That's fine. I think Carson Beck today poses the biggest competition to Shadur. That's how I feel about it. Oh, my goodness. I'm sorry. I saw it pop up and I was listening. Marie S. Y'all clap it up for Marie S. I'm sorry. For the $10, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Says, good show and great patience tonight, Coach Hayes. I saw it pop up on the screen, but I was over here looking at this, so I apologize. Thank you, Marie S. Thank you. I'm going to leave that up there for a minute while I finish my closer. But anyway, so what I'm saying is, at the end of the day, when you said 1 through 4, I thought that was a little narrow. You're trying to put 2 guys and fit them within these 4 slots. So you're saying that it's only 2 other players out there better than the 2 you have on your roster. I just want y'all to understand when you talk about numbers. Out of 4 slots, you're saying you have 2 of the 4. So there's only 2 other players in college football better than those 2. And again, the draft is not always about who's better. so far as player for player more than it is about need. And that's where I think. Now, he did come back and say it's subjective, and I get that. But I think if he would have said 10, it's just my opinion. Now you got wiggle room to make it happen. And, bro, being a top 10 pick ain't nothing. Hell, being a first round, being picked in the NFL is a blessing, but being a first round pick is a blessing. Being a top 10 is like, my God, dog. Think about it. They're saying you are the top 10 best athletes or best players coming out of college football. Can't knock that, man. You can't knock that. So, like I said, with all that being said, it is what it is. Over 250 people been in the building hanging with us. We've been here 3 hours. I said too, but I always lie. So with that being said, I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much for hanging out with us here for Primetime Talk, which I didn't put in the title. I got to put that on the title. Tomorrow, we will have Hayes Street, whatever the topic is for that day. And then right after that, we will do Canes Talk Live and talk about my Miami Hurricanes. Got a lot to catch up with since I missed all last week. Got a lot to talk about. So y'all make sure y'all there. For everybody that came through, thank you, Maria, for donating. Thank you, Jen J, for donating through Cash App. And everybody else that came in and subscribed. We're on the road to 40K. Make it happen. With all that being said, peace, love, and hair grease. And Lexus, you know I still love you now. I ain't gonna be no whopper here, but only but so much now. And so, with all that being said, I'm gonna holler at you, man. Peace.